Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Warriors and the Cyclones. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition of this Fall 24 Battle Court season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you the Cyclones and the Warriors. How you doing today, Stu?
I'm doing great, Andrew. Good to be here. Looking forward to some exciting action. The Cyclones have been banged up a bit, but Bueno's going to come out, and man, oh man, looking forward to seeing how he plays throughout all these games.
Yeah, it's a big day for Bueno. Big opportunity for this Cyclones team. They're without Amiga Reina and Ron today, so that's why you're going to see Bueno in a couple matches, Carballo in a few matches as well. Before we get to that, though, let's take a quick peek at our season-long standings here and see where the Cyclones and Fireball stack up. 5th and 4th place, respectively, there. Warriors just a few ahead, and both teams have played 7 of 15 game days this year. Today will be the 8th of the season. First match of the day. This was a scheduled match in the 5th division of doubles. You're going to see Williams and Julin for the Warriors. That is their 5th division team. But for the Cyclones, without Ron, they're going to have Bueno substitute up in the front court. So this is the 6th team, really, for the Cyclones, taking on the 5th division team of the Warriors. See how this game day begins. We'll have the Warriors with control of the serve to start off all matches.
Ready to begin our first match. Williams has the serve for the Warriors. There's the serve. We begin. Julin from the forehand at the 10 line. Here's Rock from the 12. Forehand over the top. Williams, powerful throw from the right side. Julin with a jump, makes the catch. Bueno, forehand to the inside, thrown powerfully. Julin comes cross court to make a fine catch. Here's Bueno, overhead, 2-all. Will score. A fine Costado 2-all by Bueno. Puts the Cyclones first up on the board in today's first match.
Well, if that's a sign of things to come, I love the strategy so far for Bueno. I mean, you're playing a rank up here if you're Bueno and Rock. Take some shots. Test Williams up there in the front court. I mean, sound like a broken record, but it's every game day I say the same thing. You just can't keep letting Julin beat you in the backcourt. You got to let Williams do it up in the front. So far, like the Bueno and Rock are testing him up there early.
Here's the backhand by Julin. Clips the sidewall. Goes to the forehand of Rock. Rock over the top. Julin is there. Ball tipped. We're tied up, 1 point apiece. Williams has the serve for the Warriors.
You get a well-placed ball there right along the sidewall. Missed by Rock. Been very solid so far. It's actually played above his rank really the last couple game days while the Cyclones have been shorthanded.
Done a good job.
Yeah, it really has.
Fault, first serve is off the court. Second serve must be good. Good serve. Lands between the 4 and 7 line. Rock lines up at the 10 line to make the catch. Forehand played to the inside, crossing the sidewall at the 10. Bueno, good catch. Strong backhand. Big right side by Julin. Robote forehand. Here's Julin at the 8 line. Lower and harder. 10. Rock on the Robote. That's in play. Scoop attempt is missed. 2 points for Bueno and Rock. Bueno has the serve for the Cyclones.
I mean, great Robote save. Good communication, though. I mean, both players there, you like the guy that's in position to take it if he can, even if it's the back quarter. Williams, it's a little more aggressive than we're used to seeing from him. A couple misses early on now.
There's the backhand by Julin, beautifully caught by Bueno at the side wall. Big backhand. Robote on the side wall, nicely played by Williams. Bueno, powerful forehand. Bueno backs up, takes it on the bounce, powerful forehand again. Here's Rock, fine catch at the 12 line. Over the top, big bounce. Rock again, this time on the backhand to the inside. Ball tipped in the backcourt, 2-2. Williams will serve.
Yeah, that's where you're going to trip Rock up, get that ball on the floor, kicking up above shoulder height. A little less sure-handed, kicking up that high. Warriors able to tie it up 2-2.
That ball will score off the serve. 3 points for Williams and Julin. Williams have the serve. Here's the catch by Williams. Scoop by Bueno. Bueno sends it. Robote coming out. Robote's that rebound off the back wall. Bueno, eyes on the ball. Good catch and a hard throw from the 5 line. Julin now for the Robote. Rock on the catch. Backhand. 2-all.
That's a good
lands
one.
in and scores. That's well done by Rock. We're at 3-3. Bueno will have the serve for the Cyclones.
Well, Rock's been known to mix in a backhand 2-wall from time to time. We've seen it these last couple game days more with the Cyclones playing a couple men down. I mean, look at this. Both players going the other way.
Inside. You saw both of them going to the inside. Good time to throw it.
But again, the general strategy of put that ball to the outside, force Williams to play at that time. A little aggressive.
Here's the backhand by Julin. Rock is there. Rock on the backhand. Julin now from the 10 line. Bueno on the Robote to the inside. Julin steps to the front court to make the play. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Catch by Julin. Fourth point for the black shirts, Williams and Julin of the Warriors. Williams has the serve.
And just more of the same from Julin in this level. I mean, hard forehands to the inside, crossing the side wall deep into the backcourt. If you don't have to throw a shot or risk throwing it off the court or in the pad, it's as good of a strategy as any one and not nearly as risky as the one the Cyclones are playing with.
Big backhand by Rock. Robote comes way out. Played on the forehand of Williams. Rock takes it on the right side. Outside placement. Stopped by Williams. What a catch by Rock. He brings it over the top. Big bounce. Brought down by Julin. Bueno on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 8 line. Excellent catch by Julin. Rock from the 12. Backhand to the inside. At the side wall, Julin lets it pass. Saves the Robote. Bueno cuts it off at the 6. 2-all opens and scores. Well thrown. 4-4 is the score. Bueno serves.
And getting that opposing front quarter to switch from right to left at the last second is usually a good sign for the offense. So hard to make that adjustment right there. And again, just under the basket.
There's the backhand by Julin. Here's the catch by Bueno. Robote forehand by Bueno to the inside. Here's Julin. Robote left side by Bueno. Julin midcourt. Powerful forehand, low and hard. Gets by and scores. That is 5 points for Williams and Julin of the Warriors. possible set point.
Well, that's what we've seen. Again, Julian kept that one a little bit lower, and as this ball starts to heat up, that first bounce might skip a little bit more and tripped him up there in the corner.
Excellent serve by Williams. We'll finish that off. Point and set for Williams and Julian. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
So first set, 6-4 in favor of the Warriors. Williams and Julian, the true Division V doubles team for this Warriors side. We used to seeing Ron and Rock for the Cyclones. Ron dealing with a calf injury.
We've just had a series of calf injuries.
And for the Cyclones, man.
Yeah, it's realistically 2.5. So Amiga Reina went out with a calf injury. Ron, of course, has been out with a calf injury, tried to come back, wound up re-injuring it. And Ferranda briefly, I believe he missed 1 day.
Yes, at least 1 day.
I
think it was only one.
You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches.
Julian doing really a great job of covering a majority of the court there. You could sense that the strategy was get the ball to Williams up there in the front. I mean, he was playing balls up in front of the 8 line to the inside, and with his power, if he catches it on the forehand, that's really not a good spot for the Cyclones to be playing defense from.
Absolutely.
When you look at the splits this year for this Division V team of the Warriors, I mean, Julian playing up over, 57 throws per match, and Williams is down around, I think it's about 25, 27 throws per match. So you see that dramatic split. You go over to this Cyclones team, it's a little more consistent. Bueno about 56 throws a match, and Rock just above 40. So these guys are playing a little more traditional style of doubles. Try to keep the ball in play, catch one more than your opponent. And that's what they've been doing this season. The matchup maybe calls for a little bit of a different strategy. I like that they're doing it. Maybe keep firing in this second set, see if they can get one and force a third set against this 5th Division team of the Warriors. And these guys have been dominant the last 2 seasons, 13-2 in their last 15 matches across 2 seasons. This Williams and Julian side. Second set ready to begin.
We're ready to begin our second set. Bueno will have the serve for the Cyclones. Reminder, the scoring in Battle Court: first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Bueno serves. Our second set has begun. Here's the backhand by Julian.
Tough catch.
Big backhand took off. That hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point of the second set goes to Williams and Julian of the Warriors. Williams has the serve.
That's certainly a control issue there after making a tough catch and having the backhand sail that high up into the overhead screen. No chance he had full control of that ball in the basket.
Yeah, after the player makes the catch,
that type
has
of
to
catch.
basically get control of the ball in the cesta by stopping it. Big right side by Rock. Julian comes out to make the play. Rebote forehand nicely played by Williams. Catch by Julian. Here's a backhand by Bueno. Julian on the forehand. Big right side by Julian. Great catch deep in the backcourt. High and hard to the front wall. A rebote forehand by Julian. Difficult catch made by Rock. Comes over the top. Big bounce. Julian to the 13 line to make the play. Rebote forehand saved by Bueno. Julian moves in. Scoop high on the left side of Bueno. There's the backhand.
What a catch.
Rebote forehand. Julian now powerfully from the forehand. Bueno calls for the rebote. 2-all. It's out. 2 points for Williams and Julian of the Warriors. Williams has a serve.
And trying to turn that into a kill shot from deep into the backcourt. degree of difficulty very high on that one for Bueno.
Fault, miss serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Whiffed it. Just whiffed it.
Yeah.
Just whiffed it. There's a backhand by Rock. Catch by Julien. Julien from the forehand. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Low and inside. Beautiful catch by Bueno. Powerful backhand. Julien makes the catch at the 10 line. Bueno again, this ball tipped at the sidewall. 3 points for the Warriors. Williams and Julien. Williams has the serve.
And Julien just becoming a little too much now midway through this second set for the
Bueno picking up the pace a bit as well. Trying to, I don't know, just trying to make things happen, but...
Yeah, I mean, pick up the pace, try to move the defense around, but Julien just controlling the play in the back, which is what we've become accustomed to seeing with this team.
Rebote forehand by Williams. Ball taken on the forehand of Bueno. There's a backhand by Rock. Bueno makes a beautiful catch. 2-all, that is perfectly thrown to score. That was spot on beautiful.
Yeah,
that thing just opened up wide and was going to the outside all the way up at the 2 line. Beautifully executed by Bueno. Yeah, look at here. He threw it so hard and so fast it opened. Yeah. Beautifully done.
And not really Bueno's game either. Just 1 kill shot every 4 matches played in Division 5 or Division 6 doubles. Rarity.
There's a backhand by Bueno. Rebote forehand. Williams attacks, lets it pass. Here's Julien from the 9 line. Catch by Bueno. Bueno on the forehand. Julien, backhand. Cortada, stopped by Julien, backhand from the 8 line, low and hard. Rock makes the save on the rebote. Well played. Julien advances. Bueno makes a phenomenal attempt at a 2-wall. Perfect court placement to get the ball into the cesta. 4 points for the Warriors, Williams and Julien. Williams serves.
Yeah, once Rock doesn't catch that ball in the air, Bueno recognizes it's going to open way up to the outside, gets in perfect position, but to have enough power to keep the rally going, that's another story. Just falling short now, 4-1 in favor of this Warriors team.
Rebote left side by Williams. Caught by Bueno. Bueno sends it wall to wall. This ball's coming all the way out. Rebote fire to the inside where it will score for Williams. That was really nicely done. 5 points for Williams and Julien. Possible set, possible match point. Williams serves.
I will say that's maybe one of the best rebotes we've seen Williams throw. I mean, under control, positioned himself perfectly, and put it right at the feet of Rock. I mean, that's a tough catch for Rock on the bounce consistently.
Yeah, really well done by Williams.
I mean, not just getting that ball in play to keep the rally going, but turn it into something. Well done.
Fault, underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Write that down for you. Here's the backhand by Rock. Catch by Julien. Julien from the forehand to the corner. Out to the rebote. Bueno's there. Nice save. Julien takes it on the bounce. Bueno on the catch. 2-all. Split placement stopped by Williams. There's the backhand. Bueno for the rebote. Right up the middle. Caught by Williams. Caught by Julien, rather. Rebote to the inside now by Bueno. Nicely played. Here's Julien again. Outside placement. Will score for the win. Point set and match in straight sets for the Warriors, winning 6-4, 6-1.
Well, Julien waited till the final throw of the match to attempt a kill shot. The outside placement ends it. The Warriors favor in straight sets 6-4, 6-1. Up next, moving over to the top division of doubles, Douglas and Nicholas take on Ferronda and Manu. That's about 2 minutes away.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
And you're watching Battle Court. Here is the Game Day scoreboard brought to you by DraftKings. You see there the Warriors have a 1.5 after that first doubles win. Cyclones yet to get up on the board. Total points for all teams there along the bottom of that graphic. We have a doubles match up next, but first let us hear from the winners of our last match, Williams and Julin.
Williams, Julin, I have a fun stat for you. You guys have won 14 out of the 16 matches you have played together in the history of being doubles team. How does the chemistry happen between you two?
He took me out to dinner. Just
Whatever
him.
works.
I'm a friend because they say once you go blood, you know, so no. He's a great partner. He's very experienced. He always tell me, communicate, play confident when we get on the court, and that's exactly what I do, man. I love playing with this guy.
What about you, Julin?
Yeah, the same. I always tell him, try not to make mistakes, communication, and that's the key. We worked, so it worked.
Well, yeah, it's definitely working. It's led to a ton of wins, so congratulations on that. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll see how the rest of the game day goes.
Thank you. Guys, go Warriors!
Andrew, did you ever think that if you bought me dinner,
Thank you.
not your parents,
Yeah.
but you ever thought if you bought me dinner, we'd get along better as announcers?
No, that didn't cross my mind.
Okay, just
still.
checking. What's up? What's next?
We got a top division doubles match. And Douglas and Nicholas take on Ferronda and Manu. You have expensive taste, too. I'm sorry. It's just the type of restaurant I don't think I can.
That is true. That's absolutely true. I acknowledge that.
There's a serve by Douglas. Our second match is underway. Backhand to the inside. Here's Nicholas. Manu steps up, takes it in the air. Throw, backed up. There's Nicholas at the 13 line. Pulls in another one. Ferronda, good catch along the sidewall. Lobs up the backhand. There's Douglas backed up to the 9 line. Manu now takes it in overhead from deep in the backcourt. That's high off the front wall. Picked off the sidewall by Nicholas. Late reach by Nicholas, not going to let it pass. Backhand taken in by Ferronda. Oh, bullet on the numbers, stopped by Nicholas again. Backhand crossing, Manu steps up, has it in the air. This one right on the wall, it's tipped. Ferronda and Manu get the first point of our second match.
Both of these teams capable of playing the match of endurance, trying to catch one more than their opponents. Cyclones come out on top of that strategy here first in this match.
Fault over serve, second serve coming up. Nicholas steps up. Hard throw in the corner. Stopped by Manu. Manu from deep in the backcourt puts it inside. Here's Douglas. Oh, runner. That's stopped by Manu again. There's the backhand from the 12 line. Picked off overhead by Nicholas. Manu from the left side of the backhand, cutting close to the sidewall. Nicholas is there. Nicholas, same spot, a little bit harder. Manu pulls it right off the sidewall. Softer touch on the backhand. Here's Douglas now cutting it off. Backhand, looking to pass. Manu steps back. Douglas now at the 10. More power behind this throw. Manu backed up again. Manu back there beyond the 13, drops it along the sidewall. Tough catch by Douglas. Big backhand follows. Well, Manu is there. His throw comes up the middle. Douglas from the right side, high off the front wall. Here's Douglas now, backed up to the 10 again. Finally able to pass. Ferronda looking for the rebote. Rebote forehand played inside. Caught overhead. Here's Nicholas. Forehand rebote. This one coming up the middle. Douglas steps back. Has it on the right side. Forehand crossing the sidewall. Manu with a high scoop. Backhand. Tough catch again by Nicholas between the 12 and 13 line. Lobs it up. Here's Manu again. Same spot. A little bit harder. That's passing Nicholas. Douglas. Forehand rebote. Lays it up. Ferronda attacks. Costado. Split placement. Nicholas catches it. Nicholas throws a carom. That will score. The carom from the backcourt ties it up, 1-1.
Manu giving Ferronda good feedback there. Go ahead and throw the shot. Backcourters will want their front quarters to throw shots when they're confident about it. Doesn't make a difference if the other guy gets it. Obviously, you want it to score.
And not surprising, Stu, also Nicholas's first two-wall kill this season in top doubles. Ferronda on the inside, cuts it off. There's the backhand, just out of reach. Nicholas gets out there for the rebote, makes a save. Ferronda from the Costado, hard to the inside. Nicholas in perfect position, makes the catch. Hard backhand, here's the rebote. Back to the left side of Nicholas. This one's a low runner. Manu steps back, he's out of the way. Ferronda comes back to save the rebote. Douglas from the Costado, splitter. Split them up to score. 2-1 in favor of the Warriors.
So the split placement, for lack of a better term, easier to throw than a really sharp cutting two wall. You can basically just glide it up against the side wall. It's all a question of timing. Have your opposing front quarter go straight to the outside and try to stop it.
Forehand played inside. Here's Manu. Douglas waits on the rebote up at the 6. Powerfully thrown, clearing the overhead screen for Ronda now. Rebote back to the inside. There's Nicholas. Nicholas high and hard launches this backhand. Big bounce. Controlled by Ferronda. Nicholas runs under it. High hard backhand again. Another rebote. A little closer to the sidewall. Turns it to the outside. Nicholas calls him off. Ball missed off the sidewall. That's 3 points now for Douglas and Nicholas.
And also a rare miss for Manu. Manu in longer games at the highest level, you'll see him miss a handful, 3, maybe 4, even if it goes 3 sets.
Fault over serve, second serve coming up.
Just an absolute wall when it comes to the backcourt and catching.
Second serve is good. Low runner inside. Douglas with a leaping grab. There's a powerful backhand. Manu steps out of the way. Ferronda alone for the rebote. Back to the inside. Nicholas thought about it. Plays it on the back end. Manu backing up. Makes the scoop. High hard throw. Nicholas steps away. Douglas looking for the forehand rebote. Back to the inside. Backing up. There's a scoop by Manu. Hard to the inside. Leaping grab by Nicholas. Backhand. Stopped overhead by Ferronda. Nicholas looking to pass. Nice throw. Ferronda now up at the 6 line. Turns it to the inside. Nicholas has it off the side wall. Another one that's coming out. Not a lot on this rebote. Swing and a miss by Ferronda. That's 4 points for Douglas and Nicholas.
That ball was not coming out far enough. Ferronda set up for the rebote. You want to be taking those rebotes basically at lowest, maybe thigh knee level. That one dropped down just short of where he was standing.
Backhand 2-wall. Oh, that kicked off the court. 5 points for Douglas and Nicholas. They have a possible set point. Manu again, middle of the court on the backhand. Nicholas stops this one. Hard back to the inside, Manu. Backhand. At the feet of Douglas, he pulls it in off the floor. Backhand kicking up. Manu stands in the corner. Nicholas now at the 11 line. That backhand's well out of reach. Fronton tracks it down. Robote played into the corner. Stopped by Nicholas. Here's Nicholas, comes out low and hard. Here's Manu now on the forehand. Douglas cuts it off at the 9 line. Hard backhand. And Manu reaching in the corner. Stops it. Puts it on the wall. Here's Douglas. Forehand Robote kicks off the sidewall to the forehand of Nicholas. Quick turn back to the inside. Manu runs around it. Plays the Robote. Out of reach of Douglas. Nicholas in the backcourt makes the play. Sidearm throw kicking off the sidewall. Here's Manu now. Big backhand. Nicholas makes the catch in the air. Low runner to the inside. There's Fronton. Leap and grab. The backhand just clears the overhead screen. Manu pulls it in off the sidewall. There's another backhand. Douglas stays up there looking for another Robote. Forehand kicks off the sidewall. Scoop by Manu. Oh,
ooh,
Magic City bounce. Missed by Douglas. Second point for Fronton and Manu. Still a possible set point for the Warriors.
Magic City bounce, folks, is when that ball comes along or towards the side wall and you see it take an unusual bounce. Catches one of those grooves there at almost any height. Sets up an almost impossible catch.
And Douglas is #1 on the roster in catch rate, 98% even. Ooh, that backhand got away from Nicholas up in the overhead screen. That's 3 points now for Fronton and Manu.
Yeah, Nicholas has been feeding the Robote, basically throwing it, attempting to throw it over Manu's head consistently.
Yeah, that one.
Give Fronton, but that one.
Can't imagine he had control given how high that ball sailed on him. He threw that almost in the overhead, almost into the overhead screen. That backhand comes in a little lower, crossing the sidewall. Manu just out of the way. Fronton, left side Robote. Douglas attacks. Inside placement. Manu, one-handed scoop is missed. The Robote save. Nicholas now, backhand from the 11 line. Hard throw. Manu again thought about it. Fronton comes back. Douglas not going to get there in the air. Nicholas comes in from the backcourt. Hard throw on the low runner. On the hop, Manu pulls it in. There's the backhand. No play for Nicholas. Douglas comes back for the Robote. Makes a save to the inside. Here's Fronton. That's right on the wall. Nicholas off his footing. Just flicks it up there. Fronton now from the Costado splitter. That kicked off the court and out of play. Point and set. Douglas and Nicholas take it 6-3. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set number 2.
Yeah, Fronton trying to get his split placement out of that throw, but just grabbed too much and stayed too high. Never landed in.
Well, 6-3, Douglas and Nicholas. It's more of the same from this top team of the Warriors. They played together for the first time last season. They won 8-2 in their 10 matches, and so far 3-1 to begin this season.
Communication between the two players has been excellent. Games definitely complement each other.
I mean, Douglas and Nicholas, really, epitomize a defensive-minded team. This strategy for both players. Douglas has the capability to throw the shots, and his percentages are actually pretty good, just doesn't throw them very often.
Especially in doubles.
Right, in doubles.
Especially in doubles.
The catch rate for Douglas, first on the roster. Nicholas, 8th overall on the roster. And Fronton and Manu, both outside the top 10. So if you get into a catching battle with these guys, which is their style of play, it's going to be tough to out-catch them. We've seen that the last 2 seasons, and really the only team that's beaten them with any sort of consistency is Gaucheri and Aratz, and that's purely the shot making and the offense coming from Gaucheri up in the front. They figured maybe in this matchup with Manu, a world-class back quarterback there, may give him a little more trouble, but Douglas was through that one split placement, moving the defense around a little bit early, and then just more of the same. Good, consistent catching and a few more unforced errors for the Cyclones than we're used to seeing. Missed Robote by Fronton. Manu threw the backhand 2-wall out of play.
Again, that costado there at the end. Again, split placement was the shot. Neither player was near it, but just sailed about 5 feet out. About ready to begin our second set of our second scheduled match.
We are ready to begin set number 2. Foronda and Manu have the serve. There's a serve. Our second set has begun. Nicholas, low runner inside. What a throw. Stayed low and scored. First point quickly to the Warriors.
Don't see many just go by Manu without him at least getting assessed on it. That one did.
Manu handles the serve, backhand, hard to the inside, cut off in the air by Nicholas. Nicholas launches this one, kicking up and out. Rebote forehand, taken off the sidewall by Douglas. Douglas hard up the middle. Here's Manu now on the forehand. Sidearm play. Douglas is there to cut it off. Backhand. It's coming out a long way. Foronda not going to turn his back to it. Just does get out there. But Nicholas stepped up, caught in the air. Hard return. Manu just out of the way. Foronda, right side Rebote.
Yeah, if that ball touches him, he loses the point.
Manu now back to the 12 line. Hard throw. Nicholas, no chance. Douglas waits for it. Left side. Back to the inside. Scoop by Manu. Forehand Rebote now played to the inside. There's Manu again. The backhand. Lobbed up high. Nicholas pulls this one in. Manu again a little bit further up from the 12 line. Nicholas steps up. There's the backhand. High and hard and coming off the back wall. Here's the Rebote. Douglas comes cross court to cut it off. Hard return. Here's Manu on the hop. Backhand. Nicholas puts it on the wall. Manu stops another one. The backhand. Boy, just did clear. Douglas on the Rebote to the inside. Manu pulls in another one. The backhand just above the pad. Caught by Douglas. Douglas low and hard. Scooped up there by Foronda before the second bounce. Nicholas on the right side. Manu. Here's the backhand. Sweeping grab, not going to let that ball pass. Puts it back on the wall. Manu now. Nicholas from the left side, hard throw. In the overhead screen. Foronda up there at the 6 off his footing. Gets it into the backcourt. Nicholas. Hard to the inside for Manu. Manu wall to wall. Douglas right back to the left side of Manu, just above the pad. That one's scooped up. Here's Nicholas. Hard backhand from the corner. Another Rebote played by Foronda. Just lays it up. Douglas looking to attack. Steps it on the bounce. Forehand high and hard. Here's a Rebote cutting back on the wall. Good save by Foronda. And it scores. Ball had a big bounce. Nicholas tipped it up there high on the left side. That's a point for Foronda and Manu. We're tied up. Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. A powerful backhand by Manu. Douglas waits for it off the back wall. Turns it to the inside. What a catch. That crossed deep into the backcourt. Rebote forehand. Pulled in again by Manu. Here's the backhand. High and hard. Douglas waits for another one. Rebote play to the inside. That's tipped by Foronda. Second point for Douglas and Nicholas.
It's one of those where if Manu wanted it, because he looked like he was moving up to catch it, he needed to call Foronda off of it.
over serve. Second serve for Douglas. Nicholas calls for Douglas to take it. He lays it up from the left side. Gets it to Manu in the backcourt from the 11. Hard throw. Here's the rebote. Rebound off the back wall. Play to the inside. Ferranda comes cross court to cut it off. Hard backhand. Stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas even lower this time. Ferranda's there to pull it in. Douglas waits on the rebote. Forehand to the inside. That's caught by Manu. Manu low runner again. Douglas leaping catch. Manu has it on the sidewall. Big backhand. That's lobbed up out of reach. Douglas got to come back for it. Saves it to the outside. Manu runs under it. Manu from the forehand. That's a soft forehand to get the second bounce to score. 2-2. We're tied up.
Manu changing things up, taking advantage of the lower pad. Just drops it in there. Douglas not able to get there. Very well done by Manu.
Yeah, look
Back
at this.
here at the 10 line.
And then just cuts off the swing and second bounce by the 7. Fault under serve. Second serve for Ferranda. Second serve there is good. Nicholas from the left side. Low runner. Manu. Tipped ball. Douglas and Nicholas get their third point and retake the lead.
Manu trying to take that on the bounce, right on the tip of his cesta behind the 12 line.
Manu from the outside. There's the backhand. Out of reach of Nicholas. Douglas on a knee just does make the save. Here's Ferranda attacking up at the 6. Backhand coming to the outside. Douglas waits on it. Powerful throw at the feet of Manu. There's the scoop. Sidearm. Karam is out. 4 points now for Douglas and Nicholas. Trying to catch him going the other way. Not a bad attempt by Manu. It's just not a shot you typically see in doubles. Manu picks that one up off the floor, backhand to the outside. Douglas not falling for it in position, turns it back inside. There's Manu to scoop it up. Hard throw, Nicholas steps up, takes that in the air. Hard backhand, Ferranda up at the 6 line, rebote, turn back over the top with a soft touch. Here's Douglas. Douglas looking to pass, Manu not gonna let him, good catch in the corner. Hard throw, Nicholas gonna keep this one on the left side. Manu, low bullet just above the pad. There's Douglas, good control. Right back in the corner, here's Manu. Douglas another one. Back to the left side of Manu. Comes out even lower. Douglas still there. Backhand, lobbed up. That's out of reach. Ferranda looking for that rebote. Turns it to the inside. Nicholas all alone makes the catch. Hard backhand. Manu out of the way. Ferranda, forehand rebote. Back to the right side of Nicholas. Ferranda got that on the tip. Ball pops out of the basket. That's 5 points for Douglas and Nicholas. A possible set and a possible match point.
That's some of the difficulty that we saw last season from Ferranda and in his first season. He's been making these catches on both the backhand and the forehand much better, especially late in 2024. That's just a drop.
Rebote forehand, play to the inside. Nicholas runs under it. Backhand just above the pad. Here's Manu. Oh, Magic City bounce. Douglas stays with the rebote. Ferranda's got it up in the front. Low runner inside. What a stop there by Nicholas. The backhand is in the overhead screen. That's out of play. 3 points for Ferranda and Manu. Still a possible set, possible match point for the Warriors.
See Nicholas again trying to get it past Manu to the back wall, back out to the rebote for Ferranda. That one just took off and hit the screen.
What a catch there by Manu. There's the backhand. Nicholas from the left side. Manu from the 11. The backhand kicked up in the overhead screen. Point, set, and match. Warriors take it in straight set. 6-3, 6-3. Back to back. Straight set victories for the Warriors. They now have 3 points on the game day through just 2 matches. All doubles today, Stu. Moving on to match number 3, we're going to have Manny and Stan. First time we're seeing Manny up in the front with Stan in the back. They take on Carballo and Ferronda.
Yeah, just...
Take a look here at that game day score now. 3 points for the Warriors. Chance for a big day today. You see the Cyclones with 23.5 points, but dealing with 2 injuries to Amigarena, Division II player, and Ron, Division IV player. Play on the same doubles team, so severely shorthanded tonight. See if the Cyclones can get some points and salvage another game day. We got our next match coming up here. Stan and Manny taking on Carballo and Ferronda. Ferronda going back-to-back, so there will be an extra minute in between these 2 matches.
Yeah. And you also saw a glimpse there. You see that ball going up against the screen. That's Carballo's.
He's been warm-up zone.
He's warmed up that way for a number of years. Just going to get him into a jersey and out onto the court as we watch the warm-up here. Manny and Stan. What?
Yeah, so Stan and Manny, one of the 2 teams for the Warriors that has made an official court swap. What does that mean? That simply the front and back court are switch positions. So we saw Manny up in the back court to begin and Stan up in the front. They're going to put Manny up there in the front. You see Stan, number 14, in the back court right now. That also affects the other team the other team that the Warriors change at this point in the season was their Division III doubles team, Julian and Nicholas. They're going to move Nicholas to the backcourt, Julian up to the front. They'll be playing Bueno and Manu a little bit later today. So this is a scheduled Division IV doubles match. Stan and Manny taking on Carballo and Ferronda. So officially, Ferronda is the sub for Amigarena. So Ferronda in Division III subbing for Amigarena, who's Division II. And Carballo substituting for Ron in Division IV. So that's how we get this Carballo and Ferronda team competing against Manny and Stan.
Be interesting to see how it works out also in terms of Carballo coming off the taxi squad. He's been warming up most of the day.
Also curious, I mean, we really haven't seen Manny up in the front at any point of his battle court career. I mean, known as a backcourter, one of the best on this roster. Let's see these 2 teams officially, though. Again, in this Division IV matchup, get you that introduction. Stan and Manny taking on Carballo and Ferronda.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. We have Manny and Stan of the Warriors taking on Carballo and Ferronda of the Cyclones. Manny will have the serve for the Warriors.
Now, Stan and Manny just 1-3 to begin this season. That only win came against Correa and Ben of the Renegades. So wanted to switch it up, change some momentum. See how they do with Manny up in the front court. He'll handle the serving responsibilities in this one for the Warriors.
Manny serves. We begin. There's a backhand by Ferranda. Backhand by Manny in the front court. Ferranda from the 11. Manny takes it midcourt. Here's Stan from the 11 line. Ferranda down low. Drop ball. Manny and Stan first up on the board here in our first set. Manny has a serve for the Warriors.
And we've seen a number of players make that transition to the backcourt and have a lot of success. I mean, we see Flores doing it this year at a very high level with Goanaga in Division 5. Just don't have to think nearly as much in the back. Just catch one more ball, keep that rally going.
Here's a backhand by Ferranda to the inside. Stan is deep backhand from the 12 line. Ferranda's there. Ball tipped by Stan. We're tied up 1 point apiece. Carballo will have the serve for the Cyclones.
And Carballo and Manny, longtime teammates on the Cyclones as well. Manny, not a lot of experience playing with him up in the front.
There's a backhand by Stan. Here's Ferranda. Stan again, this time from the 10 line. Backhand to the inside. Carballo for the rebote. Forehand rebote. Caught by Manny. Rebote again. Forehand rebote by Carballo. Manny takes it on the right side. Cortada. That was ruled to have touched the pad. That was ruled to have touched the pad. Point for Carballo and Ferranda.
Yeah, that was close, but just a heavy sound and not what we're used to hearing when that ball makes clean contact with the front wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And we always want the judges to clarify before we make the call. And they were dead clear, touched. Powerful serve by Carballo. Here's Stan. Nice backhand. Rebote forehand. Saved by Carballo. He goes to the outside. There's a backhand by Manny. Ferranda on the rebote. Manny cuts it off. Quick bounce. 4-line. Ferranda's there. Stan for the... Wow. Stan for the rebote.
Boy, that was close to. I mean, well, we'll look at the replay. I mean he hooked it, and good thing he did that little matrix move at the end, because that
I heard his cesta hit the ground, and I actually thought it was the ball hitting the helmet.
Yeah. Oh, my. Yeah, we see close calls, but that one, it's good that it's Carballo up there. Some of the fastest reflexes on the roster.
Beautiful rebote save by Ferranda. Here's Stan. Ball tipped down low. 2 points for Manny and Stan. Manny has the serve.
Well, it's the same type of throw that's tripped up the Cyclones. I mean, kind of a floating ball there at the 10-11 line. Carballo's ranging back for it. Ferranda's trying to move up on it. Ferranda's doing the right thing. I mean, he doesn't want to hit his front quarter, but just got to communicate a little more effectively here. That's now the second time in a row.
Here's a catch by Ferranda. There's a backhand, low runner. Big backhand now by Stan. Ferranda from the 12 line. Manny for the rebote. Inside, stopped by Ferranda. Cortada by Ferranda goes to the pad, and the pad is bad. Score is 3-3. Manny will have the serve.
Now trying to thread the needle, I mean, even if that ball makes contact with the front wall, it's not going to score at a high rate. Rather see that forehand elevated a little bit, ensure that you're going to keep the rally going.
Rebote forehand by Ferranda. Here's the catch by Manny. Manny sends it deep. Rebote coming out. Carballo just missed the rebote on the forehand. That's a 4th point for Manny and Stan of the Warriors. Manny has the serve.
And 3 in a row for the Warriors now. they figure it was going to be a little bit of a slower start for them. Manny trying to navigate his way up in the front court, Stan trying to figure it out in the back. A few early misses, a few early mistakes, but now 3 in a row hitting their stride in this one.
Here's a backhand by Ferranda. Stan takes it in the air. Rebote forehand up high. Carballo cuts it off at the 5 line. Powerful Costi to the inside. Scores for Carballo. 4-4 is the score. Carballo serves for the Cyclones.
Well, that's all Carballo has to do. He has so much power when he winds up that costado. If he just blasts it to the inside, that's going to be a tough catch for Stan to make on the bounce consistently. That's how you test a player with limited experience in the backcourt. Force him to make those scoops, take the front quarter out of it with that costado. Well done by Carballo.
Another powerful serve by Carballo. There's the backhand by Stan. Ferranda reaching up, makes a fine catch. Here's Manny. Rebote forehand by Carballo. Manny makes a diving save. Carballo backs into position, makes the catch. Costi to the outside is tipped by Manny. That's a 5th point for Carballo and Ferranda. Possible set point.
Maybe not exactly where Carballo wanted to throw that ball, but still working out. Take another look at this. He's winding it up, trying to get it there to stand on the inside, but you see Manny take that step back, trying to chop at it. That's all timing, a little bit off there. 2 chances for the Cyclones to take this opening set.
There's the backhand by Stan. It clears. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. Ball tip, point and set for Carballo and Ferranda of the Cyclones. Winning the first set, 6-4. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set. So, Carballo coming off of the taxi squad, hanging in there. Serves look good. A little wild to begin with, which is kind of what we're used to with Carballo.
Well, also, I mean, this matchup is a little more manageable. I mean, last time out, he had to deal with Hormachea, who's been as aggressive of players we've seen. Shots were working, his catching was on, and he lost 12 straight points. Here in this one, playing against Stan, not that much experience in the back, and Manny, who doesn't have a lot of experience up in the front, he can just throw the ball hard, and a good recipe for success in this particular matchup. That's another look at the hooked rebote. Wow.
I mean, we've had close calls. We've had players getting hit. I remember Benny drilled El Barba once. I mean, just went right from Benny's
back.
Yeah, just went right from Benny's cesta to Barba's back. But direct hits are pretty rare, thankfully. If you are going to get hit, better get hit coming off of the wall than out of the cesta. Getting hit by a ball coming out of the cesta, that's usually when it's coming its fastest. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently in the 3rd of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. You see Cyclones. They're in the foreground. Carballo and Ferranda. Carballo coming in off the taxi squad, as this Cyclones team has just been plagued with injuries, but having a decidedly good first set.
And you think about the misses for the Cyclones. I mean, really, 2 of them come down to communication, which they certainly figure out as that set progressed. Not as well as you could hope for with Carballo and Ferranda. This team put together late, dealing with a couple of injuries. Carballo filling in Division 4 for Ron. Ferranda, the sub for Migarena, the Division 2 player. So far, so good through one set. Warriors have the serve to begin set number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Manny will have the serve for the Warriors. Reminder of the scoring here in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Manny serves. We begin. Ferranda, backhand from the 12 line. Powerfully thrown. Here's Stan. Backhand from the 12. Ferranda on the left side to the inside. Rebote forehand by Manny. Carballo makes the catch on the forehand. Hard throw. Scoop by Manny. Carballo calling for the rebote, sends it up the middle. Stan makes the catch. Scoop by Ferranda. Well, I see the old Carballo. Teggy is back.
It's good to have Carballo back officially.
Powerful Costado to the inside. Stan sends that one high, but it touched the overhead screen. First point of the second set goes to Carballo and Ferranda. Carballo has a serve. Not sure Ferranda knows what that vocalization means. But, yeah.
He's probably thinking, was that my teammate? That's not going to help me catch. He made the play, though.
Yeah, it did.
Good concentration.
Very well done.
It's always fun when Carballo's out there. His style, his speed, his athleticism, his power, really the full package.
Fine catch by Stan and a nice return. Rebote coming out. Carballo is there.
Full entertainment package.
Manny read that. Move to the backcourt to make the save. Quick bounce. Stop by Carballo. Catch by Stan. Here's Ferranda. Backhand from the 11 line. Rebote forehand by Carballo. Manny's there. Ferranda again from deep in the backcourt. Keeps on the left side. Stan with the catch. Carballo winds up. Costado clips. Ball tipped on the forehand of Manny. 2 points for Carballo and Ferranda. Carballo serves. And, of course, Carballo reaching out saying, hey, sorry about that. Crossed in front of him.
That's also, you know, that's in the playbook, if you will. You know, we've seen that one.
Backhand by Stan. Carballo back at the 9 line, making the catch. That backhand gets away from him, hits the overhead screen. That's a point for Manny and Stan of the Warriors. Manny has the serve.
Well, I think that's about the third time we've seen it today. Tough catch. The next throw way up in that overhead screen, just no control of the ball in the basket.
Yeah. No, Carballo should have good confidence in his backcourt here. There's a backhand to the inside. Here's Manny. Big backhand. Rebote coming out. Carballo for the rebote. Keeps it inside. Here's Stan. Beautiful catch by Ferranda. Nice backhand to follow. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 3 points for Carballo and Ferranda of the Cyclones. Carballo has served. Carballo just needs to play controlled Jai-Alai. For those of you who used to like when I said that in prior seasons, it's the same thing when he comes in off the taxi squad. Just keep it controlled. Backhand by Stan. Manny comes in to make the save. Carballo rifles it inside where it scores on the second bounce. That's 4 points for Carballo and Ferranda. Carballo has a serve.
And you figured Carballo was going to be a lot more comfortable in this matchup. I mean, doesn't have to do anything crazy. I mean, you see here, you just get it on the costado and throw it as hard as you can to the inside. I mean, this isn't complicated. This is what Carballo likes to do. Wind it up, throw it hard, put it at the feet.
Beautifully done.
No risk at all on that throw. No chance to sail out of play. Well done.
Big backhand by Stan. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Carballo. Stan makes the catch at the 10 line. Carballo from the left side. Another costado inside. Stan loses his footing, but Manny's there. Catch by Carballo. Carballo back to the inside. Manny goes for this one. That lands out of play. 5 points, possible set, possible match point for Carballo and Ferranda of the Cyclones. Carballo has a serve. My, oh my, I don't know that I would have expected this.
Oh, this is pretty decisive. I mean, and you got to figure that just the first match for the Warriors are going to get better. I mean, official court swamp, Manny's first match in the front, Stan's first in the back here in this level. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve, and you're seeing that live.
Here's a backhand by Stan. Ferranda keeps the rebote for himself. Manny makes the catch. Split placement. What a catch by Carballo. He rifles this one back in. Carballo, oh, that's a little too much. That point goes to Manny and Stan of the Warriors. Manny will serve. Yeah, so, yeah, okay, so.
He's officially back.
Yeah, the acrobatics are back. He's got 1 point to finish it. Ferranda on the backhand. Ball tip, point set, and a hard-fought match for Carballo and Ferranda, taking it in straight sets, 6-4, 6-2.
Straight set victory now for the Cyclones. First points of the game day, reflecting that doubles win courtesy of Carballo and Ferranda filling in for this short-handed team. It's all doubles today, so see the replay here. What a catch by, yeah, I mean, one-handed catch. I mean, that's just a matter of control. I mean, sometimes with one hand, you have a little more control. Let the wrist give as that ball is approaching the basket, makes the catch, and ultimately gets the win. Carballo back in the win column, filling in off the taxi squad for the Cyclones. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there. Blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one! And let's take a look here. Game day score 3 to 1.5 in favor of the Warriors. Halfway through the game day, and with all doubles on the slate, there will be 9 points up for grabs today between the Warriors and Cyclones. Carballo and Ferranda, they're ready to go. That winning interview, here they are.
Carballo, welcome back to the Fronton. How are you feeling coming out here and getting a win in a really explosive way?
No, home sweet home. I miss it. I'm glad I'm back.
How did you get ready for this to come in here and try to get a win today?
Well, the past year I've been fighting back to get healthy from my knee injury. I'm finally 100%. And yeah, it's always easy when you can take the training wheels off and just go full speed.
Ferranda, you went out there with Carballo. We all know Carballo can be a little bit unpredictable at times. How does it feel to play with him? And how are you getting ready to play with him when you don't typically go out there as a doubles team?
It was easy for me, no? I just told him to go for it. I know that he's very explosive. If he cuts in the front, he has to kill it. So I told him, I'm going to help you in the back. So go for it and kill it. And he did perfectly.
Well, excellent work out there. And we'll see how the rest of the game day goes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, Cartel.
And up next,
Yeah, photo.
Fourth match, Julian almost got us there. He did a fake serve. Julian and Nicholas, that's an official court swap. Julian moving up to the front. Nicholas slides to the back. They take on Bueno and Manu in this third division doubles. Before the change to Nicholas and Julian, 1 and 5. And you know, Bueno and Manu won their first 2 matches. They've lost 4 in a row since that point, just 2 and 4. There's the serve. We begin. Backhand to the inside. That's a good catch by Julian. Hard throw. Manu steps back. Has it on the forehand. Julian again. Up at the 7 line. Low runner to the inside. Good catch by Bueno. Bueno from the 9. He passes Nicholas. That's right on the wall. Rebote laid up. Here's Bueno. Backhand caught the overhead screen. That's out of play. First point goes to the Warriors. Julian and Nicholas.
Players trying to get the ball back. We saw this earlier with Nicholas. When Nicholas and Manu were first on the court, Nicholas trying to keep the ball away from Manu. And a couple times getting it caught up in the overhead screen, trying to pass.
Tough catch there by Nicholas along the sidewall. Hard backhand. Here's Manu just beyond the 11. Out to the middle of the court. Julian on the right side. Hard throw back inside. Picked off the sidewall. Nicholas back at the 12. To the inside. Tough catch there by Bueno. Keeps the backhand low. Nicholas now steps up. Good catch by Manu. Right on the sidewall. Here's Julian. Julian's backhand taken in by Manu. Manu high and hard now. Changes up the pace. Julian gets out there for the rebote. To the inside. Manu picks it up. Manu now on the forehand, hard to the inside, looking across. Nicholas just does get there before it does. Big backhand follows. Robote forehand. Bueno off his footing, saves it to the left side of Julian. Julian, there's a 2-wall. That's out. Bueno and Manu get their first point. We're tied up, 1-1.
So oftentimes you ask, can players just switch front court, back court? In some cases, yes. In the case of someone like Nicholas or someone like Manu, who are classically trained, they've trained playing in the back court, they have professional experience playing in the back court, not so easy. Julian, though, has been on the Magic City roster long enough to maintain some of those skills from the front court. Can he rebote? Yes. Can he serve? Yes. Can he make the shots? Yes. Give him a chance in the front.
Manu has it on the left side. Nicholas at the 11. Powerful throw, step by Manu. Here's Manu, a little deeper into the backcourt, puts it on the wall. It scores. 2 points for the Cyclones.
Many a highlight teacher throughout the world will tell players the sidewall is your friend. Not Nicholas, but pretty much everyone else who's played professional highlight. Every player but Nicholas. Sidewall definitely has not been his friend.
Julian takes the serve. Passes with the backhand out a long way. Bueno up at the 5 line, turns it to the inside. Nicholas now waits on a rebote. Just out of reach of Bueno. Manu backs up, stops it on the bounce. Forehand to the inside, pulled in by Julian. Here's Julian, big backhand again. This one cutting close to the sidewall. Bueno just got in there. Late reflex. Julian pulled the cesta out of the way. Here's Nicholas. Passing from the left side. Rebote forehand, played by Bueno. Caught by Julian. Manu steps up, hard backhand. Nicholas now takes this in overhead. A runner to the inside. Julian now just beyond the 7 line, backhand. Right to the left side of Manu. Manu's low runner. Calls for Nicholas to take it. He scooped it up. Nicholas now from the 12 line, back inside. Here's Manu. Manu, a little bit harder on the numbers. Nicholas stops this one. Manu between the 12 and 13 line, the backhand. Stopped by Julian. Julian charging in. Powerful throw. Manu steps out of the way. Bueno looking for the rebote. Hard throw back up the middle. Nicholas now scrambling. He saves it. At the feet of Manu. He turns the rebote on the backhand, and it scores. 3-1 in favor of the Cyclones.
That's obviously one Julian would like to have back. The catch is well within his ability to make. Don't know that he didn't take his eye off the ball or potentially was thinking about what he was going to throw once he made that seemingly easy catch. Wound up missing it.
Rebote forehand, played inside. Julian steps around it to keep it on the forehand outside. Placement.
Tipped.
Missed. Second point for the Warriors. Julian and Nicholas now serve.
Yeah, you see your opponent backpedaling or slightly off of his footing. If you have sufficient control over the ball to get it back, especially low, down towards his feet, go for it.
Nicholas from deep in the backcourt lobs it up. Here's Manu back at the 12. Backhand clears the overhead screen. Julian backpedals into position, drops it inside. Here's Manu on the bounce. Hard backhand coming up the middle. Leaping grab by Julian. Julian low and hard. Manu steps up. Backhand. Well out of reach. Julian, oh, that's right on the wall. Makes a tough save. Manu, good read. Stepped up to this one in the air. Big backhand follows. Another rebote. Rebound off the back wall. Play to the inside. Manu's there. Manu. Throw right into the corner. Julian comes out low and hard on the return. Scooped up by Manu. There's another backhand. Caught by Nicholas. Nicholas from the 11 line. Manu stops another one. That one on the wall. Nicholas. Tough play. Not a lot of time to react to it. Here's Bueno. Up in the front court. Puts it along the side wall. Nicholas has it again. Another backhand. Both Cyclones there. Robote's going to come up short. Warriors have tied it up 3-3.
Yeah, that was one where Bueno really needed to go. He was moving with the ball like he was going to catch it, then pulled off the ball at the last second. Manu had no play on it coming at him or coming off the back wall with the rebote.
Oh, Bueno's got the serve. 2-wall. Thrown to score. Nice combination by Bueno. The Cyclones retake the lead.
Really well done by Bueno. Picked the serve through the 2-wall. Beautiful combination. Very effective. See the catch here? And look where Julian is. Julian's kind of mid-court. He took his first step towards that ball when Bueno was throwing it. Very well done.
Robote forehand, play to the inside. That's caught by Julian. Julian faked the outside placement back at the feet of Manu, and he scooped it up. Hard backhand. This comes shooting off the back wall. Nicholas tracks it down, puts it inside. Manu, good body control to make the catch.
Beautiful throw.
Late call. Julian gets back in there for the save. Here's Manu. Backhand from the 11. Hard throw again. Nicholas out of the way. Julian looking for the rebote. This one up the middle. Bueno steps away. Backhand by Manu. High and hard. Julian again off his footing. He lays it up. Manu on the bounce, up at the 10 line. The harder backhand. Nicholas not going to let this one come out. Makes the catch, puts it inside. Bueno cuts it off. Rolote forehand. Julian keeps it inside. Manu on the bounce, backhand. Nicholas back at the 13 line, pulls it in. It comes out a little bit lower. Manu couldn't get there in the air. Lays up the left side of Bote. Julian attacking. Oh, good catch up in the front. Hard throw up the middle. There's Bueno coming cross court. Backhand. Takes Nicholas to the outside. He has to save the rebote. Manu now off his footing. That's up in the overhead screen. 4-4 is the score. Julian and Nicholas serve.
Ball came out to the rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Manu just was not in position. Didn't come out as much as he thought it was going to. Hard to tell.
It's a hard backhand, open things up. Julian up at the 5 line, puts it inside. There's the scoop by Manu. Hard backhand again. Here's Nicholas back in the corner. Oh, runner inside. Manu calls him off. Higher and harder. That hit high off the back wall. Julian saves it out to the middle of the court. Manu now again trying to pass with the forehand. 3-wall play. Julian slaps it up the middle. Here's Bueno. Runner from the left side. That's kicking up and out. Julian backpedals again. Robote turned inside. Manu
Beautiful
scooped
catch.
it up. What a catch. Nicholas blasts it from the left side. Bueno, nice rebote. 2 pass. Warriors scramble. Julian makes the late save. Here's Manu. Another backhand. Hard to the inside. Nicholas steps out of the way. Julian with the forehand rebote to the outside. Manu's there. Manu with the carom. More of a split placement. Nicholas has got a chance, and he controls it. Manu again. Here's the backhand. This one to the inside on the wall. Great catch by Nicholas. Manu steps around it. He's got the forehand to the outside. Julian tracks it down. Julian's carom is in, and it scores. What a point. Going the way of the Warriors, 5-4. They have a possible set point.
Outside placement by Manu was read just perfectly by Julian. Makes a good catch. An equally good shot.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up. Big backhand. No, that's cutting inside. Julian turns it to the outside. That lands in. Manu turns a 2-wall to score from the outside.
Wow. Wow. Manu walking over, just say, "Hey man, I knew where you were."
That was not.
Yeah, I was not buzzing you.
Well, again,
I was not buzzing you because
opponent's trapped inside.
That's just a beautifully executed Costalo 2-wall. But Manu wants to make sure that the air is clear between he and Julian. Because, yeah, if you're standing there and the ball's coming at you and it's coming out of someone's center, it's like, hey.
Nicholas takes the serve, backhand. Onto the inside, Manu steps up at the 9 line. Oh, that's coming out a long way. Julian backpedals up at the 4, turns it inside. The scoop is missed. Point and set. Warriors take it 6-5, 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set 2.
Yeah, that ball thrown hard. But Julian sending it straight back to score. So the Warriors take the first set of our 4th match on the game day. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. You see Nicholas and Julian there in the foreground. Nicholas on the left of the screen, Julian on the right. See the back of Bueno. Here's some replays from that first set. Bueno makes a beautiful catch on this serve here, 2-all. Just really well executed to score. Manu here on the catch, outside placement, but Julian reads it perfectly. Returns a carom, out of reach. Very well done by Julian. Julian now on the forehand rebote, rifling it back inside. Just low and hard and too much for Manu to bring into the cesta there at 5-5. A little less than a minute left in the break period between sets. See Williams. I'm just in the habit of calling, when I first met him, it was like, would you prefer I call you Javon, Mr. Williams? What do you prefer I call you? He said, call me Cool Fitness. And that was like 7 years ago.
How'd he get
and
that,
And I just constantly fall into that trap of calling him Cool. See Cool there in the hoodie. Always a good guy to have on your team. A lot of positivity. Fronted there in the back corner. And we see Bueno coming out to play the next set.
And, through the first set, you'd think that, maybe a good decision for the Warriors. You slide Nicholas, who's more of a natural backcourt of the higher-ranked player, into his natural position, and you let Julian take his turn up in the front. So far, so good. Truthfully, you're not seeing much different from Julian and Nicholas up there in the front court, but if you have your choice of Julian and Nicholas in the back, I think everybody would
take Nicholas.
Nicholas is one of the best on the roster, fights for every single point, one of the highest in terms of catch rate, and another player you just love to have on your team. Second set ready to go here. Bueno and Manu at the serve. There's a serve by Bueno. Our second set is underway. The backhand rifled into the corner. Bueno just does get out there to make the save. Nicholas on the rebote left side. On the bounce, Manu reaching up high, controls it, comes out over the top. Nicholas waits for it on the back wall. A runner inside, that's scooped by Manu, backhand just above the pad. Julian takes it off the side wall, what a catch. Manu backed up to the glass again, low and hard to the inside. Here's Nicholas, backhand from the 12, puts it along the wall. Here's Manu again. Bueno, good catch in the air. Hard backhand. Nicholas just out of the way. Julian, forehand rebote. Bueno aggressive, takes it off again. There's the backhand. Stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas, quick turn on the low runner. Bueno makes a good catch. The backhand, not going to clear. That caught the overhead screen, which is out of play. Julian and Nicholas on the board first in set 2.
Bueno with an extremely aggressive style of play. Some great catches there to start off this second set. Good catch at the side wall. Didn't have the ball sufficiently controlled in his cesta before making the throw. Sailed up into the overhead screen.
Backhand inside. Nicholas has to switch to the forehand. High off the front wall. Bueno. Oh, that's right on the wall. Tough catch by Nicholas. Backhand above the pad. Here's Bueno again. Nicholas stops this one at the 12 line. Ooh, that's well out of reach. Bueno looking for another rebote. Turned up the middle. Nicholas stops it on the bounce. Hard throw back into the corner. Oh, Manu, great control. Hard backhand. Nicholas ranging back makes the catch. Here's Bueno now, up at the 9. Right back to Nicholas. This one kicking out a long way. Bueno just does track it down, turns it to the outside. Julian got assessed on it, could not complete the catch. That's a point for the Cyclones. Bueno and Manu tie it up.
Bueno did a good job of getting that ball to the outside. Julian tracked it out there, just was not able to bring it into his cesta. See the outside placement? Both the front quarter and back quarter going to the outside. Julian had the easiest play on it. Just not able to complete the scoop.
Oh, Manu has it overhead. Forehand high off the front wall. Julian leaping grab. In and out of the basket it goes, 2-1. Bueno and Manu lead.
Don't see Julian making many of those mistakes. I mean, sticking the ball high up into the air and behind him without his eye on the ball.
Yeah. And you got Nicholas back behind him. I think
Yeah.
that's what he's saying. No need to be that aggressive if you're not confident. I mean, got one of the best here in the sport back behind you. Good stop there by Manu in the corner. Here's the backhand. Nicholas calls him off. Nicholas from the left side. Here's the backhand. Leaping grab by Manu. Up to the glass again. Oh, Nicholas. Leaping grab of his own. Here's Bueno now. Hard throw up at the 8. Backhand sticks to the inside. Nicholas steps up. Hard throw along the wall. Oh, what a stop there by Manu. The backhand 2-wall. Well thrown to score. 3-1 in favor of Bueno and Manu off the backhand 2-wall.
Manu doesn't throw a lot of them. We've been seeing him throw more, but look how far back he is. He's behind the 12 line. Snaps that in front of the 11 line. Both players going to the outside. That's just thrown perfectly. Very well done.
Well, that serve's dropping. Nicholas just does get there before the second bounce. Here's Manu. Oh, wow, this backhand's out a long way. Julian turned his back to it. Now whips it inside. All tipped. Hard throw by Julian up there. That's a second point for the Warriors.
Yeah, Julian threw it hard. No question about that. Bueno step out of the way to allow Manu to make this catch. He rifles this one. Just boom. Just off the tip of Manu's cesta.
Strong backhand, big bounce, control to the inside. There's Manu with a scoop. Backhand from the 10. Out of reach of Nicholas. Julian tracks it down, puts it inside. Bueno now. Keeps the pressure on. There's the backhand up at the 7. Another rebote coming out to Julian. Keeps this one to the inside. Manu scoops it up. Hard backhand. Kicks off the side wall. Caught by Nicholas. Nicholas gets this one past Manu. Bueno slaps the rebote up the middle. Julian on the right side. Low and hard. 3-wall play. Manu digs it out. Nicholas retreats. Steps at the 13 line. Comes out over the top. Bueno looking to cut it off. Manu makes the catch along the inside. Big bounce. Nicholas hesitated. Makes the catch up the wall. He's down with the ball. Back to the forehand of Manu. Manu's sidearm play. Here's Nicholas at the 12. Low runner above the pad. Manu gets up to it. There's the backhand. Oh, that's right on the side wall and scoring. 4-2 in favor of Bueno and Manu.
Just no way to get a play on that ball when it's that close to the side wall. Difficult enough to get it into your cesta.
Backhand clears. Bueno backpedals into position. Turns it inside to pass. Julian now scrambling. He lays it up. Bueno attacking into the 2-wall. Oh, Julian stops it on the outside. The carom return by Julian scores. That's
Julian
a third
showed
point.
Real good composure on that shot. Made the catch well. Could have gone back with a cortado, just thrown it hard to the inside. Returns with a shot. See a fine shot here by Bueno. Stopped by Julian. Julian's got a couple things he could do there. Throws the carom.
Rabote forehand takes Julian up to the 3 line. Wow, what a scoop by Manu. Oh, good catch by Nicholas. Back there to the 13 line. That's on the wall. Manu up the wall, down with the ball. Flicks it inside. Julian makes the catch. That backhand clips. Somehow that cleared the overhead screen. Bueno gets it inside. Right back to the left side of Nicholas. One-handed catch by Manu up overhead. Here's Nicholas from the 11. Hard backhand again. That's out of reach. Rabote left side. Bueno turns it up the middle. Nicholas is there. Keeps it on the left side. Here's the low runner. Caught by Manu. Backhand. Oh, Nicholas leaping grab back at the 13 line. Forehand. Little kick off the sidewall. Caught by Bueno. Bueno's return. Taken in by Nicholas. Manu now from the forehand. High to the inside. Looking for the big bounce. Julian steps in to control it. Julian faked the outside placement. Put it inside. Manu caught it in the air. Big backhand. Julian out there at the 5, slaps it up the middle. Here's Bueno on the forehand, low and hard. Nicholas steps up. He's there before the second bounce. Manu out of the way. Bueno, forehand Rabote, sticks to the sidewall. Here's Nicholas. Manu, another great catch. Higher off the front wall, that passes. No play for Nicholas. Julian slaps it to the inside. Here's Bueno. Backhand's coming out a long way, cutting to the inside. Oh, caught by Manu again. Rabote forehand. Hard throw up the middle. Bueno keeps it on the right side. High and hard. Nicholas now out looking for that Rabote. Turns it above his head, and it comes up short. Tremendous point by all 4 players. That gives the Cyclones 5 points and a possible set point.
Tremendous point by all 4 players is absolutely accurate. Manu making some near impossible catches here in the back. One-handed grabs. Bueno consistently making some good catches. Shots have been working for him.
Rabote forehand. Oh, Nicholas, no play. That Rabote came right over Bueno. Left side saved by Manu. Julian comes cross court, hard back to the inside. There's a scoop by Manu. Manu high and hard, looking to pass Nicholas. That's out of reach. Julian alone for the Rabote, and it's hooked. Point and set. Bueno and Manu take set 2, 6-3. And a third set coming up in just 2 minutes. First set working out for Julian and Nicholas, making that court swap official today. First time we're seeing Julian in the front and Nicholas in the back. And the Cyclones forcing a third set. You just see that 2-4 record for Bueno and Manu. That is the worst start through 6 games in any battle court season these two have played together. Their 4 losses, I believe, is more losses than they ever had in a full double season. These guys are always at the top of this third division, led by Manu there in the backcourt, and Bueno. And his improvement in the front is just incredible. I mean, the last couple of years, in the beginning, wasn't throwing many shots, wasn't that consistent with his catching. Now, he doesn't miss anything, and he gives you a little offense up there, too. Missed there by Julian. What a catch by Manu. The backhand 2-all to follow.
It was perfectly timed. Look how that opens up.
Countering that aggressive play by Julian up in the opposing front court. Stopped by Nicholas here. Forehand inside. Here's Manu. Look at this backhand.
Look how that, we must say on the wall.
Yeah.
That's what we mean when we say on the wall. Bueno not having any fear with that 2-all. Julian stopped this one, returns to carom. Beautifully done 2-score. Manu, one of several phenomenal catches made, all back there around between the 11 and 13 line. Just spot on great there at the 12. Here we are back in the DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches.
But overall, this seems like a good swap for this Warriors team. I like what they did here in Division 3 a little bit more. you look at the numbers, you want a backcourt that's probably more consistent with the catching. Nicholas closer to 97% and Julian down near 94%. So again, over the course of a 2 out of 3 set match, that's going to show a little bit more. I'd like to have the more natural backcourt or the more consistent catcher in the back, and worked in that first set. We got a third set here to decide this match. Served by Julian begins our third set. Bueno trying to go to the outside, but that caught the pad. And the pad is bad. First point to Julian and Nicholas.
Good catch by Bueno. Not able to complete the shot. Again, looking to get it just above the pad. We'll cut right down to the floor and go out.
Well, under serve, second serve for Julian. Second serve is good. Manu on the backhand to the inside. That's stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas back to the left side of Manu. Backhand kicks up and out. Forehand rebote. Play to the inside. What a stop. That ball skipped on him. Made the catch. Backhand clears. Julian up at the 4 line. Turns it to the inside. Bueno with the catch off the sidewall. Rebote forehand, sticks inside again. Manu couldn't get there in the air. Plays the rebote on the back end. Nicholas waits for it at the 13 line. Comes out low and hard. Oh, what a catch right on the sidewall there by Manu. Backhand passes. Rebote again for Julian. Comes up the middle. Manu stops this one on the bounce. Picard of the big bounce. Nicholas waits for it. Trapped under the bridge, and he escapes with a nice rebote save. Out to the middle of the court. Manu now looking for the 3 wall. Got the first 2 off the back wall, but that's saved by Julian right to the left side of Manu. There's the backhand. Nicholas out of the way. Julian comes cross court to turn that rebote. And the scoop is missed. What a point again. Julian and Nicholas with a 2-0 lead to begin this third set.
All 4 players showing excellent positioning, power from both Julian and Manu.
Hard to the inside. There's the scoop by Manu. Backhand. Nicholas forced to step up. He gets there. Backhand's launch. Bueno up at the 4. Turns it inside. Caught by Julian. Julian quick release on the backhand. No play for Manu. Bueno again. Another rebote save. Julian on the left side now. Bueno staying up there. Tracks it down up at the 3. Hard to the inside. Nicholas has it. Nicholas sidearm play. Gets by Manu front ways. He saves the rebote on the backhand. Nicholas slides in there on the forehand. Manu again going to let that pass. Saves another rebote. This one with a bigger bounce. Nicholas from deep in the backcourt puts it inside. Bueno comes cross court to cut it off. Leaping grab in the backcourt. Here's Manu now. Does the same up at the 11 line. That one right on the wall. No play for Nicholas. Julian makes a good save. Another rebote. Julian keeps it inside. Caught by Bueno again, but lost it as he went to make the throw. 3 straight.
Not sure if Bueno was going for the 2. I imagine he was going for 2 all the way. His body language suggests that posture was either throwing it soft and inside, which hasn't been the theme of this game, this match rather, but just dropped it on the backswing.
Low hard serve. Manu steps up to it. There's the backhand into the corner. Miranda Bote comes out low. Stopped by Bueno. Bueno able to pass Nicholas. Julian though. Forehand Bote hard to the inside. What a scoop made at the 11 line. Miranda Bote again. No play for Bueno. Manu with another good catch. Hard backhand. Clears the overhead screen. Kind of died off the back wall. Julian makes the save. Bueno straight to the outside.
Very well done.
That's in and scoring. First point for the Cyclones in this third set.
That shot was beautifully thrown by Bueno. True outside placement. Hits the floor and continues to go to the outside.
Good catch by Manu there. High on the left side. Backhand clears. Julian takes off. Rebote, comes to the outside where it scores.
Not a true carambola in the sense, but I think he hooked it just a little bit, but enough to score.
Yeah. Just came so far to the outside.
In the backcourt,
Not really
yeah.
expecting that. Backhand to the inside. This one passes. Robote forehand. Bueno saves it inside. Julian out of the way. Here's Nicholas on the bounce. Manu steps in there on the right side. That's a long carom. It opens. Julian stops it. Julian puts it back inside. Manu scooped it up. It's a high bounce 2-all. It's in. Julian's got it again. There's a carom. It's in. Bueno tracks it down. The carambola scores. Wow.
Phenomenal play by all four players, especially Manu, Bueno, and Julian.
Boy, we were in sync there also, Stu. That was kind of scary.
Who, you and I?
Yeah, we said wow at the same time.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to watch that back.
Yeah, that never
That
happened.
was
No,
a little too in
you see
sync
this
here in the
2-all. It's
announcer's
just
booth.
beautifully executed by Manu. He hasn't thrown one yet. That's a beautiful one. But look how Julian stops it, sends it back, scooped by Manu. What does Manu do? He throws another shot.
High bounce 2-all.
Just
Julian's
beautiful.
got it. This catch by Bueno is... Nicholas stops the serve on the left side. Manu does the same on the left into the backcourt. Nicholas thought about it. Julian, forehand Rebote. Caught in the middle of the court by Bueno. Bueno keeps it inside. Here's Nicholas. Manu now from deep in the backcourt. Puts it closer to the side wall. No play for Nicholas. Julian slaps the Rebote. That's tipped by Bueno. 5 points for Julian and Nicholas. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Bueno. Ball tip midcourt there.
Manu handles that serve. There's a big backhand. Robote coming out. Julian tracks it down up at the 5 to the inside. Good catch overhead there by Bueno. Nicholas now in the middle of the court. Sidearm play. Here's Manu. Trying to pass. Nicholas steps back. Not going to get there. Julian alone puts it up the middle. Here's Bueno now on the right side. High and hard. No, Nicholas alone. Julian comes cross court. Got back in there. But that sails off the court and out of play.
If Bueno's able to maintain control and communicate with Manu, they have a chance of coming back here.
Yeah. Got to be careful here. 5-2, 5-3. That's a very dangerous lead.
Yeah, I mean, you do not want an unforced error to end this thing.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up. Nicholas from the left side. There's the low runner. Caught by Bueno back at the 9. Julian waits forward in the middle of the court. Sidearm play. Comes out to the middle of the court. Good step by Bueno. Bueno crosses the sidewall. Nicholas makes the catch. Big backhand again. Comes shooting off the back wall. Bueno just does get out there. Keeps it to the inside. Julian faked the outside placement. Manu couldn't get there. Waits on the Rebote. He's got the save. Slows it down for the moment. Nicholas in the backcourt. Hard to the inside, right to Manu. Manu, high and hard, looking to pass.
What a
Nicholas not
catch.
going to let him. Good catch in the corner. Hard throw, another Rebote, dying off the back wall. Bueno on a knee, makes the save. Here's Julian. Again, fakes the outside placement. Manu stepped this one in the air. What a read. Big backhand, Julian up at the 3 line. Hard to the inside, that's caught by Manu. Manu's 2-wall right at him, and it scores. Still going here in this third set. That's 4 points now for Bueno and Manu.
Manu has brought out shots here in this third set that have just been absolutely spectacular, including this Costalo 2-wall from deep. Just slams it. Still possible match point for the black shirts here. Let's see if Bueno and Manu can get it to 5-5.
Backhand there by Nicholas. Hard throw up the middle. Here's Manu. Well, it's going to be a big bounce. Nicholas gets out there for the rebote. Julian called him off, and neither player makes the save. We are at 5-5 in our third set. Cyclones have come back to force a set and match point.
Manu did that beautifully. Picada thrown well over the head of his front quarter, the opposing front quarter. Bounces way in front of the back quarter. No one was there for the rebote. My, oh, my. What a serve.
Oh, Nicholas handles the serve. Hard backhand. It's come shooting off the back wall. Rebote played inside. Scooped by Nicholas. Here's the backhand. Oh, that's out a long way. Bueno just trying to get out there, and he does from the left side. Makes the save. Nicholas low and hard. Back to the feet of Manu. He scooped it up. A big bouncer again. Nicholas along the inside. What control. Here's the backhand. It's caught by Manu again in the corner. Slows it down for the moment. That's out of reach of Nicholas. Julian alone for the rebote. Saves it to the inside. Here's Bueno. Costano back at the feet of Nicholas. He steps up. The backhand comes shooting out. Bueno off his footing. Lays it up to the middle of the court. Julian leaping grab. He controls it. Back to Manu. He steps up again to make that catch in the air. Forehand rebote. Right up the middle. Bueno again from the left side. This time just going to pass. 3-wall play coming back to Julian at the 4. Manu has it on the left side from the 10 line. Nicholas takes it in overhead. The backhand coming in a little bit lower. Manu runs around it. Here's the backhand again.
Tough one.
Nicholas forced to step up. That ball was knuckling. Manu leaping grab back in the corner. Not going to let that ball come out. Nicholas does the same back at the 13 line. Bueno reaches in again, cuts it off. Hard throw comes out a little lower. Here's Nicholas now on the forehand. Sidearm play to the inside. Manu over the top, looking for the big bounce again. Julian steps in there, but he juggled it. Point, set, and match. The Cyclones come back to take it in 3 sets, winning the final set 6-5. Well, you talk about fight, Stu. 2 men down. Never say die for this Cyclones team, and Bueno and Manu take 4 straight points and the match. Look at this. Big bounce up over the top. These are so hard to control.
That ball's not more than a foot from the sidewall.
I mean, you see Julian really caught it again. Wow, what a comeback. Bueno and Manu pick up their 3rd win of the season, and we're tied up 3-3 on the game day. We are tied back up on the game day 3-3, courtesy of Bueno and Manu. We're just getting started here with Bueno. That is his first of 3 consecutive matches. Douglas and Manny against Ferronda and Bueno up next. Then Williams and Stan against Bueno and Rock to close out the game day. Well, we've seen that countless times in this season of Battle Court, just getting that 6th point. It's so difficult. You feel like you have a 5-2 lead. You're right there. You just need one mistake by your opponent or one good shot, and it just doesn't come. Well, we got Bueno and Manu in the cage ready to go. Excited to hear what they have to say after that comeback win. Here is the 3rd team of the Cyclones.
Bueno and Manu, congratulations on that win. How are you feeling? You guys dug it out from being down 2-5, and you came out with the win in the final set. How did you guys get your heads together to make sure to get that win?
I mean, I kind of didn't even know what the score was, to tell you the truth. 1 point at a time, man. I got an awesome partner in the back, man. You know, not only is he a hell of a player, he's, you know, he helps me keep my head on straight, you know, keep us in the game, you know, and he makes clutch plays, which, you know, is very helpful also.
Definitely. And Manu, this doubles team that you just played against, they recently made a court swap. So you guys aren't used to playing with Nicholas in the back. Did you guys have any strategy going into that? Did you plan ahead, or did you just go out there and do your thing?
No, the strategy is the same. Trying to fight every point and keep the ball inside the court, and that's it. So we have the same strategy, and today it's worked for us, so we're very happy.
Well, great job, guys. Got a point on the board for your team. So I think we have, one more match left and 2 more matches left. Sorry, we've got 2 more. I got ahead of myself, but we'll see how that game day goes.
Thank you.
Whoosh, whoosh, baby.
And Bueno will be playing in both of those matches, as we said. That was the first of 3 in a row. We got Douglas and Manny out there for the Warriors, getting some practice in with Ferronda. And that's actually our 6th scheduled match. That's coming up next, folks. Williams and Stan will take on Bueno and Rock. Before we get to that, it's Douglas and Manny against Ferronda and Bueno. There you see that team, Douglas and Manny, and Ferronda and Bueno. Match number 5 coming up here. Boy, this would be another one. If the Cyclones can somehow steal this match away, they got a chance at the game day today, or at least a tie. That's pretty impressive given how that started, Stu, with a 3-0 advantage for the Warriors.
More than impressive. Just that last match was spectacular. Let's see what we have now.
So we got Ferronda in the front, Bueno in the back in this 2nd division doubles match.
Douglas serves, we begin. Here's a backhand by Bueno. Manny's there. Rebote forehand missed at the sidewall. First point goes to Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas has the serve.
Well, can't start that match any better if you're the Warriors. One throw right off the back wall. Make that rebote difficult. Placed it on the sidewall and a miss by Ferronda. Simple strategy. Good throw. Quick point.
Ferronda picks the serve. That 2-all opens wide and scores. Beautifully executed by Ferronda. We're all tied up. 1 point apiece. Reminder of the scoring here in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, Douglas doesn't really go for it on the serve like most other players. He typically just tries to cross the side wall, but Ferronda took it off the wall. So if he's going to do that, you might see Douglas try to change up what he does on the serve. That's very aggressive for Ferronda, who doesn't have many kill shots up in the front.
Douglas picks the serve, drops it inside where it scores. 2 points for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Yeah, and right back at him. Douglas, I mean, this is well off the wall, makes the catch. Ferronda's defending the 2-wall. Bueno's hanging deep in the backcourt. Just got to find the space along the inside. Does it well. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. He's not going to let that happen again.
Big backhand by Manny. Wall to wall from the left side. Forehand rotate to the outside. Too far outside. That crosses out. 3 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas will have the serve for the Warriors.
It's almost more of a cortada serve coming in from Douglas here, which you don't usually see that. I mean, coming in a lot lower and crossing again, that's well done.
There's a backhand by Bueno to the inside. Manny's there. Backhand. Ferronda from the 8 line. Powerful backhand. Manny deep in the backcourt. Bueno makes a fine catch, pulling it off the side wall. Here's Douglas from the 9 line. It's a backhand by Bueno. Manny sends it deep. Bueno's there. One-handed grab by Ferronda at the 9 line. That hits the back wall. Douglas for the rebote. Ferronda playing deeper. Backhand from the 9 line. And he saves the rebote. Ferronda attacks. He's up at the 3 line. Blasts it for the 3-wall play. Manny, great catch. Here's Bueno from the 11 line on the return. Bueno again. High and hard to the front wall. Rebote for Douglas. Catch by Ferranda again on the left side. Bueno down low. Backhand from the 11 line. In and out of the cesta, the ball goes. 2 points for Ferranda and Bueno of the Cyclones. Ferranda has a serve.
A rare control issue by Douglas off the catch. Yeah, and he's kind of surprised. I mean, don't usually see that ball come out of the basket after he secures it, and that far off the wall especially.
Yeah, he was already in the swinging motion to throw it back in. Catch by Manny. Ferranda gets into position. Quick release on that backhand. Douglas is there. Rotate forehand by Ferranda. Manny makes the catch. Ball rule tipped at the 9 line. That's a 4th point for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas has the serve.
Maybe Ferranda's trying to give Bueno a little bit of a...
Robote left side to the inside. Bueno up the wall, down with the ball. Here's the backhand, caught by Douglas. Douglas Costado straight to the forehand of Bueno. Cortada by Bueno, caught by Douglas. There's the backhand. Rebote by Bueno, high to the front wall. Douglas makes the stop. Powerful Costado, scooped up by Bueno. Here's the backhand. Manny, fine catch at the 13 line. Ferranda on the forehand at the 8. Big bounce to the inside. Goes up. Manny brings it down. Scoop attempt tipped by Ferranda. 5 points and a possible set point for Douglas and Manny.
Yeah, and seeing that again, I mean, that has to just be a strategy for the Cyclones. Just if Ferranda can take it, try to kill the point as quickly as he can up in the front. We mentioned Bueno playing his second of 3 matches in a row. It's been quite the day for Ferranda as well, who was dealing with a calf injury just a few weeks ago.
Here's the backhand by Bueno. Catch by Manny. Ferranda overhead, backhand to the inside. Manny makes the catch.
Ooh, that's out.
That ball lands out. 3 points for Ferranda and Bueno. Ferranda has a serve.
Yeah, Manny took the shot that the defense was giving him, baited him into that carom, and just pushed it a little bit wide. Extends the set here. Second life for the Cyclones.
Beautiful catch by Manny. Here's the backhand. Bueno's there. Backhand from the 12 line. Manny overhead. Excellent catch by Bueno on the forehand. Douglas takes it in the air down low. Backhand powerfully thrown. Bueno for the rebote. He makes the save. Douglas will scoop it up. Costado 2-all. Stopped by Ferranda. Ferranda's backhand. He tried to get it off while he slid into the screen. That fell short. Point and set for Douglas and Manny. Put 2 minutes on the board. Come back out. Play our next set. So a good catch there by Ferranda at the end of that set, but just had no room to throw the backhand.
No, just not really putting a lot of pressure on this Warriors team. I mean, you got Ferranda kind of stabbing at a few balls up in the front, gave away 2-3 points. You know, I mean, you see here in that scoreline only 6-3, and the Cyclones are playing, I mean, significantly shorthanded in this one. So I guess the official sub is Bueno in Division 5, subbing for Amiga Reina, who's the second division player for the Cyclones. So going down 3 ranks, subbing with Bueno. And I mean, his catching's been solid. I mean, not a lot of misses there that first set. Most of them coming up in the front. Take a look here. There's that first serve by Douglas. I mean, Ferranda, that crossed the side wall, still picked it and threw it to score. And
really well done.
From that point on, you didn't see a serve like that coming in from Douglas. Not going to give them another opportunity. Douglas, though, right after, picks a serve of his own. Soft touch to the inside. Rebote here. Look at Douglas. Throws a 2-wall. And again, Ferranda expecting that to beat him to the net side. You see a little bit of a juggle, and that ball comes out low. And, yeah, the ref was already blowing the whistle. Don't know if it was a pad or a juggle, but either way, point goes to the Warriors there. 6-3, they take the first set. And look, coming up next, too, you got Williams and Stan for the Warriors. They won their opening match against Correa and Flores. Since that point, they've lost 3 in a row, and they're going to play against Bueno and Rock, who have been the best team in Division 6, 4-0 so far. So, you know that you want to win this one, and Bueno's got a big day, but, you know, I think you're seeing the balance of Bueno trying to conserve a little bit of energy for that last match, because that's very winnable for the Cyclones. And to come out of here with a tie with 4.5 points, given what they're dealing with in terms of injuries, I think that'd be another huge win for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Fronton will have the serve for the Cyclones. Fronton serves. Our second set has begun. Here's a backhand by Manny to the inside. Bueno's there. Robote forehand. Carom by Bueno. Stopped by Douglas. Douglas hard from the forehand. Bueno. Great pick. Nice backhand. Manny's there. Backhand from the 10 line. That ball's on the wall. Fronton makes a save. Douglas, floater. Backhand from the 8 line. Robote save again by Fronton at the side wall. Douglas, nice pick. Here's the backhand. Manny now from the 10 line to the inside, and Fronton's there. Fronton, 2-all, snap quick. Douglas makes the save, returns a carom.
Oh, my.
That will score. Very well done by Douglas. Warriors on the board first here in the second set. Douglas has a serve.
Well, that's my favorite shot in highlight. The high bounce carom. Look at Douglas. Makes a great catch first, and then keeps his body away from the net. Look at the angle. Kind of cuts across that ball. It really opens up when it makes contact with the front wall. Not a reach of Fronton. Looks pretty well done there by Douglas.
Fronton picks the serve. That ball dropped onto the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. 2 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas has the serve again for the Warriors.
Yeah, Fronton very aggressive. Even when he hasn't been picking the serve, he's getting the cesta in there, looking where it's crossing off the side wall. But it's, I mean, the same strategy, though. It's going to be tough to outcatch Douglas and Manny, so play to your strengths. Try to put some points up on the board and throw a couple shots.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Bueno. Robote forehand save by Fronton. Douglas moves in at the 4 line. Goes for that 3-wall play. Stopped by Bueno. Read it well. Straight back to Douglas. Douglas sends it straight back to the inside. Robote forehand by Fronton. Passes Douglas. Stopped by Manny on the bounce. 3 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas has the serve.
And another one just reaching in there trying to make the scoop, but just not a high percentage catch up there in the front for Fronton.
Powerful throw to the inside by Bueno. Here's Douglas. Fronton overhead, backhand. Cortada by Douglas. Oh, off the tip of Fronton's cesta. That ball went and scores. 4 points for Douglas. And Manny. Douglas has the serve.
Well, just some smart highlight here by Douglas. Here, this outside placement attempt, I mean, comes right to him. But it's on the serve. I mean, Douglas is keeping these serves to the outside. He recognizes that Fronton's trying to take it up there in the front, and that's the best offense for the Cyclones. Not going to give him an opportunity. Oh.
No control there in the backcourt. That is a point for Douglas and Manny. 5 points. Possible set, possible match point.
Yeah. The tip of Bueno Cesta looked like it hit the ground too, and man, just didn't come out with any sort of control. Outside serve again.
Bueno from the forehand to the inside. Here's Manny. Scoop by Ferronda. There's the backhand. Wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Rebote forehand by Ferronda. That clears the overhead screen. Rebote at the sidewall. That's short. No shutout in the second set. Ferronda and Bueno on the board with a point. Ferronda has the serve.
Man, this right here, this would be quite the comeback. Down 5-0. It's happened, I believe, twice in the history of Battle Court. Coming down from 5-0 in a set, but it has happened. Got to start opening it up if you're the Cyclones. Oh.
That serve scores for Ferronda. They're on board with 2 points. Still possible set and match point for the Warriors. Ferronda has the serve.
Oh, right through Douglas's legs. Take another look at this one. I mean, that's off the wall, right to Manny's left side. That is not a sight you often see. Just a tip ball.
Here's the backhand by Manny. Ferronda from the 9 line. Backhand deep to the backcourt. Manny's there, 13 line on the backhand. Outside placement, stopped by Douglas. Douglas powerfully from the right side, stopped in the air by Ferronda. Backhand to the inside. Manny's there again. Rebote forehand. Douglas makes the catch, winds up. Bueno now from the 11 line. Going hard to the inside. Here's Manny from the 12 line. Rebote left side, 2-all. Douglas stops on the Costado. Costado 2-all return.
Wow.
Lands in perfectly to score. Point, set, and match for Douglas and Manny. Taking it in straight sets. 6-3, 6-2.
Douglas and Manny. Dominant victory there. 6-3, 6-2 in straight sets. Making out that shorthanded Cyclones team substituting here in Division 2. 4.5 points, though, for the Warriors. Now 3 for the Cyclones. Take another look at this final throw. How about this from Douglas? From the outside. Throws a 2-ball. Look at how much this opens up. Wow. About the 3 line to score for the win. Final match coming up next. A chance for the Cyclones to tie things up at 4.5 points a team. Bueno and Rock take on Williams and Stan.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting.
And here we have the Battle Court Game Day scoreboard. You see 4.5 points for the Warriors, 3 points for the Cyclones. Cyclones do have a chance to tie things up here. Total score of all teams there along the bottom of that graphic. We have one more match in the game day, another doubles match coming up. Before we do, though, let's hear from the winners of that last match, Douglas and Manny.
Douglas and Manny, congratulations on that win. You just brought your team back into the lead for today's game day, so that's awesome for you guys. You're also 5-1 so far for the season. What do you owe to your success?
Yeah, this is the first season we've played together. I think just naturally we mesh really well on the court. I think our play styles mesh well. I think we've had good communication so far this season. And yeah, we're just going to keep doing that. If we play mistake-free and we communicate well, I think we'll have a really good chance of succeeding.
Makes a lot of sense. Do you have anything to add, Manny?
I want to say happy birthday to my son. I love you.
Say it again in case they didn't hear you.
I want to say happy birthday to my son.
Happy birthday to Manny's son, and hopefully, you get a win for his birthday. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Boy,
Happy birthday to little Manny.
he didn't tell us it was his son's birthday.
He's
huh?
a quiet guy. He's a quiet guy.
Wow. Making us look like you know what here in the announcer's booth. All right, Stu. Well, happy birthday to Manny Jr. Great kid. Playing a little highlight himself. We see him out here sometimes.
Absolutely.
So
He's much better than you.
Oof, that's without a doubt, Stu. Didn't even need to verbalize that. Let's introduce this sixth match, though. A chance for the Cyclones to tie up the game day here. They send out Bueno and Rock to take on Williams and Stan. I mean, you look at the records of these two teams, a good opportunity for the Cyclones to tie it up. Bueno and Rock undefeated in this division. And Williams and Stan just 1-3. Bueno and Rock have beaten, looks like, every team in this division so far, and this is a first matchup against Williams and Stan. Looking to make it a perfect 5-0 start.
I don't think that Bueno had ever previously played 3 games in advance, 3 matches in advance, including that really, really potent one with Manu.
Yeah, well, 4 matches today, 3 in a row.
Yeah. It's a lot of highlight. But he's still smiling.
Still going, 1 more left.
The Eveready bunny of highlight.
There's a serve by Williams. We begin with an underserve. Second serve coming up. That is a missed serve. That constitutes a second serve and a double fault. That will be a first point to Bueno and Rock. I mean, look, pretty simply, that's just not the way you want to start. Only the second double fault for Williams this year, but you don't like to see a missed serve. Well, that serve dropping low and scoring. That's an ace for Bueno. Quick 2 points.
Tell you, Bueno is tired. He's not showing it. He looks loose. He did in that last match as well, staying in the backcourt, making some really solid catches. I mean, that would be one hell of a warm-up, but...
Stan handles a serve. There's the backhand to the inside. Bueno ranging back, makes the catch. Our throw just above the pad. Williams getting in there. Ball missed. That's 3 straight for Bueno and Rock.
Yeah, I suggest you play a few dozen points, maybe 100 points as part of your warm-up and then come out and play your match. I don't think that's ever been said before.
Stan from the left side, high and hard. Beautiful throw, clears the overhead screen. Bueno on the rebote, back to the inside. Here's Stan. Rock with a good catch. There's a backhand to the inside. Stan's got another one. Hard throw. Picked off the sidewall here by Rock. Stan back beyond the 13. Clears the overhead screen. Rock makes the catch. A little bit harder this time. Stan advances on it. Bueno able to cut this one off. Low runner back into the corner. Good catch overhead. Here's Stan from the left side. Bueno. Ball popped out of the basket. He's got to get Williams and Stan on the board with their first point.
Communication between Rock and Bueno is spot on. Rock needs to do maybe a little bit of a better job of backing Bueno up here, calling him off a few balls that he knows that he can catch himself.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up for Williams. That ball is in play. Here's Rock from the left side, the backhand. Stan steps up there, makes the catch. This one drops at the feet of Rock. He's out of the way. Bueno, forehand rebote. That's not going to make it. 2 in a row for Williams and Stan. Just a 1-point deficit.
Yeah, that's one where Rock needs to absolutely step up and take control. Again, he's used to allowing balls come out to his front quarter, but in this case, his front quarter is played quite a bit of highlight before coming out for this match.
Oh, Bueno's got this serve. He whips it to the inside. What a scoop by Stan. Backhand on the wall. Caught by Rock. Rock from the 10. This one dropping. Stan just gets up there. Oh, this kicked out to the middle of the court, and it will score. Warriors with 3 straight come back to tie it up.
Yeah, and the hand signal from Stan is basically acknowledging I didn't. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that.
Forehand to the inside. That's scooped by Williams. Williams just above the pad. That's stopped by Rock. What a scoop. Stan from the left side makes the catch with a backhand. Got away from him. That's up at the overhead screen and out of play. 4-3 in favor of the Cyclones. There's a backhand to the inside. Good catch by Stan. Bueno back to the 9. That ball drops. That's 5 points for Bueno and Rock and a possible set point.
Yeah, Bueno and Rock really need to finish it here.
Crazy point and set. Bueno and Rock end it with the ace, 6-3, 2 minutes. Come back and play set 2.
So Bueno's going to be very highly motivated to finish this off here in this second set.
Yeah, well, outside of that 3-point run, I mean, really all Cyclones there. Just a few misses by Rock and Bueno in the middle of that set, and right back to what we've seen most of this season. Good consistent play from that team, looking to make it 5-0.
Once again, you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently in our final match of the game day. 6 matches scheduled, 6 matches played, currently in the 6th. Williams already back out on the court. Bueno having to substitute in addition to his own scheduled games.
See an animated Manu there and talking with his Cyclones team and the DraftKings players cage.
Yeah, it's
talking with Rock. I mean, no better person to learn from in the backcourt than Manu.
No, he can make these catches. He can absolutely positively make these catches. He's shown us that the last 3 or 4 weeks. So the message apparently was relax and communicate.
Well, I mean, you could just see sometimes, I mean, Rock, when he's on, he looks loose there in the corner. And then when he's off, just a little tight as he's approaching every single catch. And I don't really think we saw the ladder right there. I mean, really, what, 1 miss, 2 misses in that set. So not going to be overly critical, but, you know, always looking to improve. And Rock also loves that type of coaching.
Absolutely.
You know, he's a great student of the game, and he wants to learn. He wants to get better. And if you're going to learn from a backcourter, I want to take advice from Manu.
Manu is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And Bueno, he looks fresh.
Is he broken a sweat yet?
Yeah, see the glove?
There you go.
See the glove? See the 2 different colors of the glove?
Yeah, there you go.
So the lighter color, that's the natural color.
Wow. That's a good look right there.
The darker color is the oiled color. Let's oh yeah, someone just mentioned, a highlight player's glove. No, after that glove becomes seasoned, they need to be sent to the furnace. Yeah. It's not the pleasant smell of leather. Definitely not.
You're not going to see that air freshener scent anytime soon, huh?
No
Pelota glove,
No way.
or Cesta glove.
They
Yeah,
are
that's
definitely rank. All right, next set.
Yeah. Set 2, ready to begin. There's a serve by Williams. Good serve to start off our second set. Rock comes out over the top. Williams looking for it, and it's missed in the middle of the court. Bueno and Rock step out ahead in our second set. Williams out of the way of that serve. It stays on the wall. It's an ace. 2 quick points for Bueno and Rock.
Imagine that. All the balls he's caught and thrown in 4 matches today, 4 of 6 matches today. He still works up an ace.
That serve's dropping. Stan picks it up off the floor. The backhand along the wall. Here's Bueno. From the 9 line, Stan steps up. Robote forehand. Oh, that's a caught by Williams. Williams out to the middle of the court. Bueno's got it again. Bueno low and hard. Stan looking for it on the wall. Had it for a moment. Just could not control it. 3 straight. Bueno and Rock serve. Backhand to the inside. That's pulled in by
Beautiful
Rock.
catch.
Rock just beyond the 11. Higher and harder. Stan makes the play. Not going to let that ball come out. Bueno steps back to the 9 line. Backhand dropping. Stan, tip ball. 4 in a row for Bueno and Rock.
Beautiful catch here by Rock. Ball very close to the sidewall. He returns it straight. 4-0 in the second set. See if they're able to shut him out.
Good hard serve. Stan controls it along the wall. Rock waits for it on the right side. Forehand from deep in the backcourt. Looking across the sidewall. Williams takes it in. Rock on the forehand again. Stan
Beautiful
reaches
catch.
on the wall. Big backhand follows. That clears the overhead screen. Bueno on the rebote. Keeps it inside. Stan, another good catch. Forehand rebote, that's just above the pad. Williams, good catch. Hard backhand follows. Rock stays with it. From deep in the backcourt, that's high off the front wall. Stan has it. Up at the 9, low runner at the feet of Rock. He's out of the way. Bueno. What a diving rebote save. That's a big bounce, Williams. Oh, that's tipped. The floater scores for Bueno.
I was just happy that Bueno got up. I mean, he went to the floor to make that play. He got up.
On 126th point of the day. This guy's still diving on the floor.
And the floater caught Williams. I mean, they'll catch anybody, but it caught Williams on the forehand.
We could really total it up for Bueno and see how many points he's played. That'd be interesting. Well, good stop there by Stan. Rock along the inside. Backhand from the 11. Stan reaches up on the forehand. He crosses the sidewall. Rock picks this one up on the bounce. Forehand caught the corner. Stan advancing on it. Bueno comes back. Earns the rebote. Stan waits for it up at the 10 line. Picks it up. Low runner inside. Good D by Bueno. Makes the catch. Puts this one on the wall. Oh, great play by Stan. Stan now back at the 13 line. Drops it. Oh, Rock steps up. Not going to let that ball hit the floor. There's the little runner back to the inside. Stan calls him off. Makes the catch. Backhand clears right to Rock. Rock again trying to get this one on the floor. Stan just did get there. Backhand to wall. Oh, that's juggled and dropped by Williams. Point, set, and match. Bueno and Rock takes this one in straight sets, 6-3, 6-0. And despite all the injuries, Stu, the Cyclones tie up the game day, 4.5 points per team. Folks, stay tuned for the post-game show. That's coming up here in just a few moments.
What is Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Not as many as you would think. Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
one. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Court Jai-Alai.
Hey everyone, welcome into the Battle Court postgame show. 4.5 points for the Cyclones and Warriors. Another game day ending in a tie here in this Fall 24 Battle Court season. Our player of the day is ready to go. It's been a lengthy day for him, but what's another, 2 minutes or so going to do? Bueno, playing 80 points today, going to be our player of the day. That's what the stats say. How did it feel out there for you playing all those points?
It felt great, man. You know, it feels great. One day I'm going to be older. I'm not going to be able to play Jai-Alai, and I'm going to think about days like today.
Absolutely right. Now,
That's a hell of an attitude. Yeah, we like that.
We love that, Bueno. Now I got to ask you, I know before you used to do a lot of running to keep yourself in shape. What's kind of the off-season regimen or even the in-season regimen to keep you going for this long?
You know, it has to switch up during the season from the off-season. It's not the same, definitely.
Yeah.
But, you know, luckily I got a son. He's 12 years old. You know, and I'm teaching him how to train. So, you know, just teaching him how to train himself and building up his own routine is just kind of how I stay in shape and stay active.
Chris, you played a number of different matches today. Obviously, you played 4 matches, and each one was composed differently in terms of skill level, the people who you were playing with and the people who you were playing against. Did you go into each game with the same mindset, just go out there, catch and throw? How do you deal with Manu's my backcourter and now Rock is my backcourter?
Well, obviously, yeah, you have to approach every game differently. You know, I knew that, you know, it's going to be a long day. So, you know, started out early. I tried to be aggressive in the first set. The second match, I knew that Julian was, you know, in the front, and he's typically not a front quarter. So I knew that, you know, if we set him rebote, I could try to play his rebote. You know, I feel like they're a heck of a team. You know, both of those players are amazing players. So that was a tough match too. You know, and then when we got to the match against Douglas and Manny, me and Ferranda we spoke before that match, and we were like, hey, listen, man, like, you know, this is a really tough match, you know, and it's going to be a long day. Let's see if we can score quick points, you know, everything quick. quick. You know, like we don't want to mess around with these guys. You know, and tire myself out because you know we knew the odds were good for the last match, and I got Rock in the back, man, and he's a rock wall. You know, and we don't finish the day like that without him. You know, so.
Well, you really stepped up where your team was concerned. You guys have a number of injuries, and you basically said, I'll play. Didn't take any forfeits. Totally got to hand it to you, Chris. You did a fantastic job today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot of respect for that Cyclones team. Now just a half point out of fourth place in that final playoff spot. So coming back, Stu, I mean, dealing with all these injuries and just a half point outside of fourth place, it's really not a bad spot for them.
No, and it's all due. It's Chris, once again, want to say thank you.
Yep. Yeah, man. You don't have to say thank you, man. You know, everybody wants to know what would have happened if we weren't able to tie up the game day. I guess we'll never know.
There he is. Yes, that is. Glad we kicked it back to Bueno. Thank you.
And there was the mic drop moment. I'll tell you.
That's good fun.
No, in all seriousness, but that's the reason why. Because Chris stepped up and said, not who's playing. He said, I'm playing.
Absolutely right. Big day for Bueno. 4.5 points for his team. Let's cut to some of those replays and see the action where Bueno was heavily involved getting back in our first match. You see him out there with Rock. They took on Williams and Julin.
Powerful throw off the Robote. But again, this match much different than the later one, even with Williams still on the court. Williams, good Robote there, right to the inside, just right at the feet of Rock. Rock was not able to make the catch.
Such a good one there, tripping him up into the backcourt. And this is a match where the Cyclones were playing a rank up. That's their 6-team Bueno and Rock against Williams and Julin, the 5th division team for the Warriors. Close match ultimately going the way of the Warriors to get us started. Then Stan and Manny against Carballo and Ferronda.
That was the oh-so-close one. That was the oh-so-close one. But I'll tell you, yeah, so we watch here.
Look at this.
I mean, he hooks it. So one, he hooks it.
It's coming right for his head.
So it's not going straight. Two, we haven't gotten to the point where we can afford CGI in this program. That is the ball, and that was within less than a foot of his head.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Even with him turning his head. And that's danger that they deal with all the time. And Ferronda helping stand up.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you see these guys giving way and not stepping in front, because if that ball's coming at your head, that's jarring.
You absolutely have to give way.
Right.
You absolutely have to give way and have respect for the danger of the ball. And also the fact that, there are guys moving out there trying to get to the ball, in some cases trying to get away from the ball. But Carballo was very impressed with the way he came in off of the taxi squad, and he stepped in this doubles.
Yes.
This is much like the Carballo that we've been watching on and off for the last few years.
Right. Card Costada to the inside, working out there, ultimately picking up the win. Then Bueno and Manu against Julin and Nicholas. Undoubtedly the match of the day.
No question about it, especially in the third set. There was a series of shots with Manu. Start off with a long carom, then there was a Costada Robote, Julin returning it hard. Don't know if this is it. Outside placement, just out of reach of, I thought it was just out of reach. Carom by Julin. Oh, sorry, this was earlier.
Yes.
This was in set 1 or 2. Manny with the catch here on the forehand. Again, we see him going outside placement.
Look at it actually opening up the opposite way of the player. That's what you want, but Julin tracks it down, and just a good return.
Absolutely. So early on, it looked like, to me anyway, that Julin and Nicholas were going to take this one.
Well, it looked like it through that first set. Bueno and Manu, I mean, that's the word of the day, fight. And they did just that. Manu here from the outside. Look at that two-wall. What a shot.
There's not a black shirt within 10 feet of that ball. That's just beautifully executed by Manu. Big backhand by Manu. Robote coming out. Here's Julin on the Robote. Makes the save. Here's Manu. Look at this Costada. I mean, just look at that. Look at where his opponents were standing. That's why we jokingly say, throw the ball where your opponent's not, as if it's easy. It's not easy. But Manu made it look easy there. And also Manu walked over and said, hey, I know that came a little close, but I was aware of where you were. Scoop by Manu.
Wow, look at that.
This is that high lofting to all that. Julin stops. Julin blasts one back. Bueno stops it. Carambola back. And just phenomenal play.
What a sequence here up in the front. Take another look. Manu.
Scoop. Look at this Costalo. High. Like you talked about,
spin.
like you talk about Douglas's high forehand carom. Beautiful catch by Julian. Look at Bueno. Snags it, blasts it back, carambola. Julian just couldn't hold on. Tremendous series of catches and throws, just beautifully done. And that got us, here we are with Douglas.
Yeah, Douglas and Manny against Ferronda and Bueno. And Douglas throwing a couple more shots, and pretty much all of them working out in this one.
Yeah, and Ferronda making a decidedly aggressive effort at trying to score some points, just not able to land any.
Here's Douglas. That's the Costado shoulder level throw. And Ferronda, you see, just overran it. And the backhand comes out low.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. Had that not juggled, had he maintained control of that ball in his center, which isn't really entirely within his control, especially at that angle, it might have hit the wall. That's
no doubt.
You just visualize what you're talking about. When you see the players hit the overhead screen and say, hey, there was a control issue there, that's what it looks like on the inside of the basket.
Another look later in this match. Ferronda, the long 2-0 attempt. Look at Douglas. Tracks it down and returns the sharp carom.
Beautifully thrown.
Big bounce to score. Wow, what a combination. Take a look. The defense first, makes the catch, avoids the net, and then to get this type of throw off.
Yeah, it's a decidedly good throw by Ferronda. Not to take anything away from that, but Douglas just read it perfectly, makes the stop.
It really opens there. Wow.
It's beautifully done by Douglas.
And then the finale. Chance for Bueno and Rock to tie up the game day. Catch there by Rock in the back. A runner inside. Williams struggling on that catch today. You see, ball popping out of the basket and ending that match in straight sets.
Yeah, Williams having a little bit of difficulty here in this second set that we did not see in the first set. Straight from the serve, I believe we start off with a double fault.
Yes, he did. Started with the double fault and just couldn't get it right today. You see, popping out of the basket, scoring for the Cyclones. And with 4.5 points per team on this game day, let us now take a look and see where all 6 teams stack up in this Fall 24 Battle Court season. Renegades up at the top, 10-point lead over the Chargers, and they have a game in hand. So, yeah, look at that lead.
They went on a tear early on and just haven't looked back.
Half a point separating the Chargers and Warriors, and then the Fireballs holding on to that final playoff spot, just 2 points ahead of the Cyclones. So even with those injuries too, the Cyclones very much in the mix for that final playoff spot. And still right about the halfway point of our season. So most teams have played 8 game days. I think the Renegades and the Devils have only played 7. So, 15 full game days. That's right about the halfway point. We'll be back in action on Friday with the Devils and the Renegades. That schedule will be as follows. We get started with Alex and Bradley against Correa and Ben. Then Alex steps out again against Gaucheri in top singles. CRB Kubala against Goanaga and Flores up next. Then Jairo and Urbieta take on Gaucheri and Ben. 6 division doubles follows. CRB Bradley against Correa and Flores. And then we will close it out. Jairo and Kubala take on Goanaga and Aratz. Stu and I will be back here on the call for Friday night's game day. That's 7 p.m. Eastern time right here at the Magic City Fronton. We'll see you back here on Friday. Until then, have a great week, everybody.
See you Friday at 7. Thank you.
Jairo, do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys.